I'm live. Okay, I'm not letting my son stop. If he stops his car, it's over. I told him he can't stop this car. I have the cops behind me. He's not stopping. They want my son. And I tried to go, like I said, we're trying to do this peaceful. So I'm letting you know I'm not letting my son stop. Don't you dare. You better jump that fence when we get there. You hear me? You better jump that fence. You better stand down. Stand down! You guys, I'm trying to keep my cool here. I tried to do this peacefully. I went down the road. We were trying to get some food. This is crazy, guys. I've told them. Now listen, I have an issue because he has expired tags. I made my son drive, okay? And now I'm almost back to my house. So I'm going to my house. I know this doesn't look good, but this is what it is. So I'm going to my house. I'm not letting him stop. I'm not letting my son stop. You understand? He's not stopping. And this is not good because this is probably where it's going to end. So I hope not. I'm not letting them take him, guys. They'll put him in prison. They'll put him in prison, guys. So I have the cops behind me. His documentation. I have the cops behind me. They're behind me, and they had reason because his tags are expired. So I'm not letting him stop. He's not stopping. You better go.
You go.
Go, Elijah. Straight. No, I said straight. God damn it. Goes. Shut up. You go too over the fence. You gotta leave him in the car.
Okay.
Sorry, tourist. You guys over the fence now. Go over the fence. Go over the fence. Go. Run. You can't have him. You can't have him. You listen to what I told you. No. Stand down. You know this. I talked to you already about this situation. Stand down. You better stand down. You better go. I've already called. I've been peaceful. You know it. I've been peaceful. I talked to you personally. You're live, Sam. You're live. You remember our conversation? Why are you still working? Have you looked into the fact I made him? You're a criminal, and I told you. This is bullshit. I'm getting the cat. These people are probably freaked out. This is crazy. Fuck you guys. This is crazy, guys. They're going to try to put my son in prison. And they have the proof. I have the proof, guys. I do. And they won't listen. And I made my son drive. Because I'm tired of this. Stand down. You guys, I'm sorry. I might have just got my son in trouble. You guys, I'm sorry. Go. Okay.
Where's he going?
I don't know. Okay, guys, I told him to stand down. He's turning around. These people are criminals, man. Now we're for sure. Maybe that got his attention. Why don't I let you know that I forced my son. So this is crazy. These people are criminal, guys. I apologize. I know, guys, this doesn't look good for Elijah, but you guys, we got to get this taken care of. This has got to be dealt with. These people will not listen to me. I have the evidence that my son has done his job. They've made him do more. There they go. They're leaving, guys. They're not coming back. This time, nice time. You guys, by the glory of God, that man is leaving. That's Sam. That's the one I told him to stand down yesterday. He didn't want to take the phone call. He knows. They're guilty, guys. They're guilty. And they know it. And I feel bad because I just forced my son to do that. What am I supposed to do? Just turn him over for a 5-year prison sentence? This is ridiculous, guys. Look, I'm not trying to show guilt on either part, but why is that cop just left? You saw that. And I'm not saying only by the glory of God. Thank you, Father. But they're going to come back now because they've got the evidence. Whatever. I made him do it. I made him do it. You know, like I said, it's me. He just wants his life back. He's done everything he's supposed to do, guys. My son has done all his community service before he left this county. It's these kind of criminals. I had to go live, guys. I don't know what else to do. So, thank you, Father. We made it back home. The law enforcement's driving down the road this way. Thank you, Father, only by his protection. I don't know, guys. Maybe this will get it dealt with. You know, maybe this will get their attention. So, yeah, I had his cowboy hats inside, guys. So, thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. All glory to the Most High. You guys are going to get this car inside. He's safe. Elijah's back safe. I have Elijah safe. This is crazy, guys. I need help. I need the news out here now. I need him out here, guys. This is probably just gone far enough. All by the glory of God. Thank you, Father. I have to barricade myself in my house and protect my son from these tyrants. I'm telling you, this is my doing. I made my son leave this house. Trying to make him, guys, I was trying to take him. You guys, I was trying to take him to go get a shower, his lady. I was trying to take his lady to get a shower. You guys, they have showers up the road from here. I gotta hurry up. His lady hasn't showered. We're trying to get her a shower. They have showers, and that's exactly when we left to go up there. That's exactly where they were. Or he... Gotta get this place locked up, guys. I'll do whatever it takes to protect my son. Not gonna let these tyrants lock him up. He's already done his time. It is what it is. Whatever. All by... Please call the news. Please call the news. I feel bad. I said, be all right. Be okay. Be all right. We'll go get your lady a shower, man. Ah! Why don't I listen to myself? All right, it is what it is. I can't worry about what I can't change. You know, lady hasn't taken a shower since she's come, you know, and they have running water up there. I go to think, oh, up the road here, we'll get a shower for her. And sure enough, we pull out and there's the freaking Sam Birch, you guys. And then I said, you know, just so you saw the video. I went live and darn it, just trying to get the lady a shower, man. I don't know, guys. It is what it is. So only by the glory of God. So it is what it is, guys. I feel so bad because I made him drive, guys. I don't know. My son loves to drive, so okay. It is what it is. I'm not worried about. We'll face whatever, guys. We'll face whatever. We'll face whatever. And I know my son will too. You know, he's done whatever, you know, he was told to do. So just as you heard, told him. What's that?
Watch out for those. Pull forward those in the back.
Oh, my bad, guys. I'm not even paying attention to where I'm going here. This is crazy, guys. What would you do for your kid, man? You know, if you knew the law had wrongfully, they're going to try to send them to prison for 5 years and we have all the evidence, but they just don't want to look at it, guys. I mean, I don't know what to do. Here is lady stuck here, probably already lost her job, worried about their housing and stuff. I mean, this is crazy, guys. And, you know, I tell my son, you know, it'll be all right, son. It's just up the road, you know. And like I said, he's trying to feel normal and just to take a drive, you know. It's just right up the road, guys. I mean, it was literally right up there. So it is what it is. So you witnessed it. I want to stay live. I'm going to stay going live, and obviously they'll be back here. So, but it is what it is, guys. I don't know what to do. I have pleaded for now hundreds of hours for this county out here to look at his hours, and nobody wants to do anything. And so, you know, I say, you know, going to try to get my son's girl a shower. You know, she's a woman, guys. She hasn't taken a shower. So there's showers right up here, right up the road. You know, we're going to go up there and get the lady a shower. What's the odds of it? Only by the glory of God, you know, because I don't have a running water here yet, guys. So it was showers to the right or showers to the left, and they have nicer showers over here. And at the trailer park up there where we turn, like I said, and it is what it is. So he's sitting right up here at the end of the road. I'm not gonna go so anywhere. I guess we'll wait until they want to do this now. I don't know what else it takes, guys, to get these people to respond to, you know, it's crazy, you know. Like I said, I don't know. What would you do? Be Joe. So anyways, like I said, if you're a lady, again, I'm off grid here in Silver Lake. You can go back and look at my property. Here's obviously some solar panels and the wind turbine here. So, you know, I don't have the running water yet. Here's the line that's running through, and it hasn't been run into the water tank. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. It is what it is. So they'll probably come back with some kind of enforcements now, but what do? You know, that's what I want. I want them to talk about why the hell Elijah has not been, so stream, you'll see the cops were just behind me. So, and like I said, I'm sure at this point they'll bring backup. So whatever, like I said, trying to get freaking lady a shower. You see, we're barricaded in here. Like I said, I've had to barricade and go back and look at the stream. So the tires are back up. It's my fault for thinking this lady could, you saw them leave. So yeah, you saw them leave. I told them to stand down. So they're standing down at the end of the driveway. They're right there. About 80 acres in. You can see them. They're right there. So yeah, I apologize for the video, guys. So it is what it is. I call for no violence. You know, I've called for a peaceful resolution to this. The evidence, this shouldn't even happen. Let my son stop and be thrown in prison. You're darn wrong. That's that ain't happening. So, like I said, they'll probably sit up here and call back us. But I've been asking him. No, I know. I'm only by the glory of God. That's what I said. Only by the glory of God did that cop not get out. But that's Sam Birch. Go look. I reported all the stuff on the stream 2 days ago to Sam Birch. That's the officer I told to quit his job. He called me. Guys, you know, Adrian is a woman. She needs a shower, and she's been here a week, and I've made him stay here and not leave because I don't want my son to. So they have it, guys. They have an investigation into it, and I've got no calls. I've spoken with Ted, the DA. Well, not that office. I've spoken with probation. And I've asked her, it's all in my phone records, guys. Today, Elijah should have, you know what, whatever it was, he hasn't. So I've already stepped in, and it's already recorded, guys. I already stepped in. I've already told him, no, you're not going to prison, son. I have the evidence. Remember, I called the cops, right, and spoke to them. I was involved already. I involved with Lane County Sheriffs and called, okay? Okay, whatever. Like, no, you don't know your ass, some hole in the ground. Pound sand. Would you stand up your son? Get out of here, you freak. Seriously. Would you ever stand up and do anything? Or are you a bootlicker? You want to lick these freaking cops? This cop didn't do his job. Go look at what I'm saying. Go look at what I'm saying, guys. I've already had a conversation and told this cop down here that my son had already done. And you hear him, he hung up. That was 2 days ago. So that's why I've always documented these things. Thank God for live streams. Thank God for technology. Thank God for everybody called because it kept these guys off. So it's my fault. Once again, you know, I tell them, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. We're just going to go up the road. You get a shower. We'll go there. We'll come back. It's not a big deal. You know, and so whatever. Like I said, my son has insurance on his car. Life back. He didn't break any laws. You know, as you see, he was doing the speed limit. We turned around. I told him to turn around. He was just driving normal. We were about 3/4 the way home, and the cop left on. And I said, "Don't you dare stop!" And I went live because if he stops, he's going to prison, guys. And that's see this, wouldn't it? We'd be able to stop. I would have been able to tell him, just stop, Elijah. It's okay. Everything's good because we already got this taken care of. All over a stinking shower now to try to get my hostage, I guess, or whatever, you know, whatever. I told her to stay here. You're not leaving either. So it is what it is. You heard me on the stream tell him you better not. You guys say, what, you're just going to let your son get thrown in prison when you have all the proof? Yeah, it is what it is. I'm out in the desert, you idiots. You freaking guys. I'm off the grid in the middle of nowhere. Oh, streaming from a Nintendo. You guys grow up. You think this is a game. See, that's the problem is these people think this is a game. And this is my son's, and, you know, people get killed in prison all the time. So it is what it is. I've asked these people again to get to this same gentleman on the live stream to look at the evidence. They should have called the county. They should have called the county already, guys. They should have called his probation and said, yeah, guys, this is a clerical error. So I have hundreds of hours of streaming. So if anybody's at fault here, it's me. Because I told the county, guys, I called Lane County and said if they issued this warrant for his arrest because I have all the proof that they don't want to look at, that I would stand in the way. So I feel bad for what I just did to my son, but it is what it is, guys. I was really trying to be a, if I'm taking my son's lady hostage, or if you want to call it, not letting him leave. And, this is the first time I took their car keys from them, both of them, batteries and everything, and so they didn't want to, I've tried, guys. We sat here for days and days and days now trying to get him to call. So I'm like, okay, I can go get this lady a shower. I just trying to take her, guys, right up here to get her a shower. I kept her. I thought that the least I could do is get her. I just showed you I don't have any running water. So I was going to let him go up the road, guys, and take a shower. It's the least you can do to be, I don't expect him to live like me. So I don't know what to do, guys. I mean, eventually going to come back, but it is what it is. I'm not going to give up my son. There's no way in hell. That's why you saw me. He better not stop. He wanted to stop, but I'm not going to let him stop. Why would you just let your son go in prison, guys? Why would you let your son get thrown in streams? I put up a thing that said he had 30 hours to do back in October, and he's done at least 100 since then. This never should have happened. It never should have happened. This should have not happened, guys. This shouldn't have been a thing. I should have been able to tell my son, stop. It's okay, son. They got it squared away. It's just an expired tag. Don't worry. There's nothing. Because he's done nothing criminal. But I made him. So he did all his hours before he even left the county, guys. Lake County had him here and released in the lane on the stipulations that his hours were completed. I told that cop this. So why? Why is this continuing? Because nobody wants to look at it, guys, and the law's not perfect. So here I am, forcing my son to drive back to the property and to keep him safe from getting locked in prison for 5 years. They've already revoked his probation. They've already issued a warrant for his arrest. And I told Lane County if they did that I was going to steal him from them. I've done hundreds of hours of live streaming on this. So you can just leave. You're a failure, Sam. Remember, they were watching these streams. I already called out Sam. You're a failure. Go home, Sam. Go home, Sam. Leave. Go get some feds out here. I need the feds. You guys, please call the county right now and tell them what you're doing is criminal. Before, whatever I just did is on me, like I said, trying to get my son's, wife a shower. She's 7 days, guys, I think, here without taking a shower. They're not used to this, guys. I live out here in the middle of nowhere in the desert. They live in town. They have running water and flushing toilets and all that. I have composting. And so, it is what it is, So, again, I want to plead to the counties to stand down. Stand down. Go look at the evidence. Please, I've asked for peaceful resolution, not revolution. I don't want to fight. So you can see him. He's right down here at the end of this driveway, guys. The cops are still here in the area, and I've asked them to look at the evidence. I've asked it. This is the one guy that I had on the phone. Yeah. Yeah. So this is Sam Birch. So you guys got to see him because I hope you got to see his face. And all these people, it's Monday. It's Monday, guys. They could have been on this, calling Cresha, calling probation in Lane County, and could have said, all right, Tracy, we're going to come out and resolve the issue, but they don't want to. Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday. See, my bad. You guys have been streaming for 15, 16 hours documenting this evidence. Documenting the evidence of this same officer. You can see he's the one who called me. Well, he called my son. It didn't call me, and I'm involved. They don't want to include me in anything, and I have all the proof. I was involved. I can tell you that I called Lake County, Oregon. I called this county, Lake County, Oregon, and can have a recorded phone call and says, hey, I'm Elijah's father. I'm dealing with the attorney told me to call. I need to make sure all his hours are zeroed out. And I could have a witness. I can have a statement summons and we can record this. So why is this still going on? And now I showed you guys on the stream, he had only 30 hours to go in October by Kresha Brunsman, the head of probation, told them this, guys. I told them, right, that he had already done this. She didn't matter, but I can show you evidence that he only had 30 hours. He's done 100. This guy won't look at it. Instead, he calls my son. He said he was on the run for a year. My son was just doing community service, doubling. My son has done almost 400 hours. Leave, go, you're a failure. I already told you that, go home. These people are tyrants, guys. See, I'm flipping them off because I don't like these guys. If I'm the criminal, anybody, it's me. Sam, you're a failure. Go, leave. You're dog crap, Sam. He said he called me last time. This cop out here said he called me and see the stream. But yet he won't call the county. He won't call the head of probation. He will not call Lily. Lily is the one who actually, when Elijah was here, did probation under. None of these people will get together and do anything. This all should have never happened. This never should have happened, guys. This should have never happened. This should have never happened. I should have been able to tell my son, stop now. It's, he would have. But I told him not to. I said, hell no, you ain't stopping. What, I'm just going to let you go to prison? I made you come here. You better take your fucking back ass to the house now. Go! Now! And I flipped on the live, so you guys had me kind of be, like I said, right at the time. Elijah was going back home again, and it wasn't until, obviously, he has a expired tag, so he turned on the lights. I said, go home, Elijah. You're not fucking stopping. You're not. Like I said, guys, I don't normally cuss, but I'd already stepped in, guys. This wouldn't have happened. So it is what it is. This is now, and it's on me, because you can tell me, you can hear me telling me better not. So it is what it is. And these people, this should have never happened. So it's things like this, and I know all by the glory of God. So I'm on the back of my truck pointing out this failure. This guy here said he called. He was watching these lives, guys. So he saw the Kresha Brunsman thing. Has he made any calls? Sam Birch, are you watching this right now at the end of my driveway? Are you watching this again, Sam? Remember, he said he was watching the live stream as soon as he checked on, and then he called me to check on Elijah, but he never even checked on Adriana. And I was just going and taking Adriana to get a shower. I was taking Adriana to get a shower. They're safe, guys. They are. They're safe, and I'll protect him. I will protect him. So he's got his lights back on now. Is he going to come down the road? This is Sam Birch, the officer that I told to look into this information, and then he hung up. And then I put Elijah back on let Elijah know that he was safe. So they can do whatever they want now, guys. I need their attention. I need you guys to call Lake County right now, guys. Call Lake County. This is a live deal. We're going live. We have the police. I forced my son to drive away. Okay. And you heard me. So this is the gentleman. So he's turned his lights off and on now. So he knows I know I'm there. We're communicating. So Sam, just go. Sam, you said you were on the live. Please. I asked, my son said he was safe. Just go get this information. Let's get this taken care of. Just call my phone. Call my phone. I said I wanted to end this peacefully. We have all the evidence we need. Now, if you look at it, this can be resolved. It can be resolved. Elijah has done almost 400 hours. We will stand down. All this can stop, guys. Elijah does have a lawsuit against Kresha Brunsman. And possibly now Sam Brunsman or Sam. Oh, gosh. I'm a little, guys. This is a little stressful. This officer right here was the officer who called, and he hung up on me and my son. He didn't want to hear it. He wanted Elijah to just come surrender himself so they can take him in prison. They don't care. He never asked about Adriana and anything, not one word did he ask about her. He mentioned her name, but knew because they said they were watching the live stream. They're watching the live stream. Okay, so I've already spoken. This officer could have. What is he? How could he not call me? Okay, Tracy, I heard what you said. Now, if Elijah done his hours, we're looking into this. Oh, yes, it was. He was released. There we go. Bring the certificate, guys. Come on, let's end this peacefully. Let's end this peacefully. Guys, I have streamed for hundreds of hours asking for a peaceful resolution. This should have never happened. We shouldn't be doing this. My son wants his life back, guys. You do the crime. He got convicted of a property crime. He did time, almost 10 months or something like that. He did probation. He got released immediately. You start doing your community service, guys. You don't do it at the end. And that's why he did it. And I explained the whole situation to this county. So I don't know what they want. They want to come in here and break down and shoot people now. So is this the reason? Because I made my son come back home and forced him. So if you want to come convict anybody, you can come convict me. I've already told him that. You guys, I said I will stand in front of this. So this should be a surprise that I made my son and forced him to drive back home again. Like I said, guys, we were just going right up here to get the lady a shower. You know what I'm saying? To get her a shower. She only went a week without taking a shower. Like, ladies, any ladies in here? Ladies, if you support this at all, like I said, this is, you know, I've kept her here so she could be with her man. I understand, but what are you supposed to do? Just let your son get hauled off to prison? I'm not. Why? It doesn't need to go to a judge. Okay, somebody should get on the phone with the judge that signed his warrant and go, this guy already had his stuff done. They know this, guys. There's stacks of evidence. So if they want to throw what I just did on this, that's me. I'm the one who forced my son. So what is that? Forceful, whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to get him, you know. I'm just saying, Josh. I mean, you forcibly somebody to stay somebody for a week when you give them the opportunity to have a shower. You guys have showers like 5 or 6, you know, miles that way, and then it's right there. It was just Murphy's law. I don't know. It was God's will. So I'm not worried. It is what it is, guys. Nothing can be changed. So I don't know why this officer is sitting at my end of my driveway. He should be going to Lake County and he'll time get a hold of Lily. See, guys, but they're not. They're just going to try to come now and just off of whatever happened. Because what do you want me to do, Enormous? Just letting them get thrown in prison? You want Elijah just go to prison when I have all the evidence, Enormous? They already have a warrant. They already have a warrant, dude. We've been streaming for hours, guys. Hundreds of hours almost now on the same subject. So it is what it is. Look back at the evidence, man. We have the evidence. The evidence will speak for itself. The evidence will speak for itself. Elijah is not, he already completed almost 400 hours, guys. They put him in jail after he had already completed his hours and then went over and did it again. They didn't didn't spring this on him until 33 months. If you documented 100 cases, if you put 100 cases on a table, not with an opinion, you're going to see on the action plans that, like on a home loan, on a mortgage, that the interest is paid on the front side. No, yeah, you don't pay on the principal, right? Interest and principal, yeah, you pay. So you pay and do all your community service. Elijah already did all his community service. This shouldn't have happened. You're a failure, Sam, if you're watching this. Why are you not looking into the evidence? Instead, they're doing this, guys. They're doing this. They're doing now. The guy's sitting at the end of my driveway. Is he calling Lily? Lily Frank. Where is Lily? Lily was the one who was trying to actually get Elijah and knows that Elijah did all these hours. I've already called Lily Frank. No. No. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, Enormous. I love because you've been with me. Listen, Enormous. I have the evidence. The judge revoked his probation no matter what. Elijah is being railroaded. There's already been a warrant issued for his arrest, and his probation is revoked, which means... Okay, no, whatever. Okay, whatever their bootlicker 357, are you a bootlicker? I'm not. I'm not a bootlicker. I will not lick these people's boots, okay? So they can go back and just look at whatever they did, but they better go back and look at all the other evidence too. Is this what it's going to take? All glory to God, all things after his own counsel. Okay, so you're going to look at that. You're going to look at anything else, Sam? You're going to look at anything else that I talked about? You guys have already had a phone conversation with this officer about this same thing. Has he done anything? Has Sam Birch done anything about what I told him? Has he forwarded it to the supervisor? Enormous, listen. One phone call can take care of all of this. I understand, Enormous, but this does not need to go that far. Elijah already did all his community service. Then he doubled down. Listen, Enormous. And he's done that 30, and then probably another possibly 60 to 80, even 90. If you count the time that they locked him up and put him in jail, which he should get hours, he'll have over 400 hours. He was only supposed to do 180. So why are these people still here? See, they're doing this, but they don't want to go do any job. So that's not a law enforcement officer. That's a failure. So whatever your name is, bootlicker, get out of here. You're a bootlicker and, oh, you get a job. No, his job is, well, let's go back and look at the idiocracy. He said, the sheriff's job is to follow what he's told to do. Yeah, that's to be a public servant. Get out of here, 357. Freaking idiot. You're out of here. So anyways, brothers and sisters, this should have never happened, and so it's on me. So it is what it is. And what is it? Oh, well, whatever. I'm not even concerned about it because they already revoked his probation. There's a warrant for his arrest. So, I mean, whatever. You gonna turn your lights back off and on back there, Sam, so I know you're listening. Turn your lights off and on, Sam, if you know that you're listening. Did you do anything, Sam? Did you call Lily Frank? Did you call Greer, Mr. Greer, the head of probation, and find out that Elijah he'd already done all this? Remember, I was in on all this from the beginning. I told this guy too. I said, I called Lake County Probation. Me arrest him. I'll be able to get the phone call showing you that Elijah already completed his hours. They said yes more than one time. I made him repeat it more than once. And that was the terms of release anyways, guys. So this is unnecessary. Instead of you're wasting resources. I understand, guys, but I got to keep watch on this tyrant right here before they move in. If they got backups, I want to be able to see it. These are my last moments. They'll probably come in guns a blare, and this is probably my last moments alive. Who knows? Maybe they'll go peacefully and go make the phone. It's still 4 o'clock, guys. Everybody get on the phone right now and call Lake County Sheriff's Office, please. Call Lake County Sheriff's Office and say, why aren't you looking at the hours that Elijah's done? Please, I need everybody right now to do that. I'm going to hop down and go to get a better signal. I'm not concerned about them. They can go to hell, man. Whatever, guys. I have streamed for hundreds of hours, and they have not put any time or resources into this. Should already been resolved yesterday. I should have been able to take my son's girlfriend to go get a shower peacefully, guys. This is just over the top. This is over the top, guys. This should have been already resolved. That's what I'm saying. It already should have been resolved. What I can't change, I got to worry about what I can. So Sam Birch, go get Lily Frank. Go get the head of probation out here. You'll see, guys. I've already all of this. This has already been all said to this police officer. They have all this information, and yet what are they doing? See, this was unnecessary today. So, just so you know, my son is safe. Okay, you okay, guys, in there?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, they're safe because people have been asking about you. Elijah's on this. He's on the stream. You're on the stream, right? He's on the stream. So we're just gonna keep this going, guys. This could be. I don't know where's my battery at.
I'm gonna go live on my TikTok.
I'm trying, guys. I already.
What's your battery at?
Okay, so guys, hold on. I just want to make sure they haven't called. That wasn't them that called. The puppies are okay, guys. The puppies are watching them. See? Look at where the puppies are at, guys. Look at these dogs. They're not out there with the dad up there on the car. They're watching this boy because they know they're doing their job. They're there with the, look at this. He's here safe, and they're making sure that he's, you know what? I'm going to go in there and hang out with my son because they'll probably come guns a-blare, and I want to hang out with my son. Okay? So... since I don't know what's going to happen, I want to just, you know, like I said, I mean, all over a stinking shower, guys. Can't even get the lady a shower.
Why does your screen look like that? You got a filter on there?
No, I don't think so. So,
Yeah, you definitely.
so that maybe, I don't know, is this going to be the one that sparks them to go get the county to come, what, are they going to come break down the door? All the evidence is still going to stand. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, you do. You have a filter on. Somehow you put a filter on.
I don't have a filter.
No.
Okay. Can you imagine what it feels like to be Elijah right now, guys? Knowing he has done nothing wrong, and it's come to this. So they're at the end of the driveway again, because again, I'm like, just get your stuff. We'll go take a shower. It's right up the road. And like I said, you know, right there, he turned around. He went inside where we were going to go take a shower. I'm like, oh, just go home, Elijah. Don't worry about it. So he turned around. Thank you, 6. Appreciate your return. And please call Lake County right now and flood them, guys. I really need you to flood them with, this is ridiculous. This should have been taken care of. See what I'm saying? If this would have happened, I would have let my son stop. But how am I to do that? I've already said, you know, you're not going to prison, Elijah. You're not going to turn yourself in. You're not. I have been involved in this since the beginning. They can clear this up with phone calls. And I told Lane County, I said, look, Lane County, if you put an arrest warrant out for him when you have already called your head of probation, I'll step in and I will not let you arrest him. So, now he's got his lights on again. So they're probably going to come back. It's probably going to come back with a force now. I mean, maybe this gives them reason, but they're still not going to be able to get away with this, guys. Do you understand?
Is he coming back down the driveway?
No. So I see the problem that I'm having, guys. Can I see that email? Let's get it online
right
again.
over here. Let me.
Can I get
right
this?
past you here real quick. Oh, he's driving. Bye, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Please just go do this. Let's stand down. Sam,
Please, Sam, go get my certificate. Please.
let's just take care of this. We won't sue the county. I won't even leave. I won't bother you anymore in this county. I will, because I'm quite a nuisance in this town. Because you guys, the reason that my son is having a lot of problems with this is because I've been exposing this probation department, guys, that there's some criminal activity with Tom. Remember Tom? Remember we've had, Norma said, this is one, I don't want to sue them. I just want to get my son to get his life back.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't have a lawyer to read. If anybody right now wants to chip in right now for an attorney, I have an attorney. I just don't have the funds, guys, to do it right now. I mean, maybe we should call John right now.
You said you were going to call Monday. Remember when I lived on Millicom?
But see, listen,
Tom
Woodall
used to go to that
Will,
guy's house?
my attorney,
He's like,
listen,
"Like,
please, Woodall will listen. My attorney that I have is the one that was Elijah's attorney. He's mine, but he represented Elijah on his case. So he already knows. See, that's what I'm saying. He already knows, guys. And I don't mean to say guilt or innocence. Why did the cops just drive away? You guys, they know that Elijah did his community service here in Lake County. And that was the terms of his release. It would be the terms of his release to go to Lane County. Why?
The police officer, somebody made a fake account. That's gotta be a fake account.
Sam, the police officer.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, guys, listen. Well, see, you guys, we're trying to make light of this, man. I mean, it's my son just wants his life back, guys. We can show that Elijah's probably done 400 hours, 300 plus hours, at least double with the time. More than that, if he was locked up and he got his 16 credit hours, there's no way. That's called double jeopardy, guys. That's called double jeopardy. You can't do that. And we can peacefully resolve this. Kresha Brunsman.
I got it.
Guys, watch. I'm going to show you this. Maybe this is why Sam left. And if Sam would just do his job, I would say, Sam, I really don't like cops. But look, now watch. I showed this in the live stream. So they know this. They know this, guys. They have this evidence. So I'm going to read this to you. This was on October 5th. So to show you the date. Now, this is at a probation in Lane County. See, we've been doing this for hundreds of hours almost now, guys, streaming. Well, not maybe over 100.
Hey, just say no Phoenix is watching.
Okay, so Kresha Brunsman is the head of probation in Lane County. The one I had said, Kresha, we can get this cleared up. I mean,
wants to know what's going on, just so you know.
Kresha Brunsman knows that John Caligo was involved. The one I probably should be calling. But you guys, this can get cleared up.
I'm gonna have to call him either way if it happens, and I'm not. I
Why
just
didn't
don't want to
Sam
do
call
this
me?
right away.
That was Sam. Why didn't Sam call me right there when he was parked at the end of
No,
the
so
driveway?
stop, please. I want to, hold on just 1 second, please.
I just questioned.
They know that Elijah completed his probation community service here in Lake County, and I know that because my attorney was involved. See, the problem is, guys, is I've been involved in this since day one, and they want to act like that. That's why I jumped in front of this moving train in this arrest warrant and said, no, you're not going to arrest him. I arrested his body. Just again, did you see that? Fuck no, you better not stop this goddamn car. You fucking not over a stupid fucking, I'm sorry, lady trying to get a shower. I feel bad, you know, staying here for a week, guys. And then like, I'm going to drive, Elijah, I'm going to drive. Dad, come on, man, I just feel normal. I mean, he's a car guy. And I that's my stupidity to let him drive. But it is what it is. You know, I just thought we were going 6 miles away to get the lady a shower. And guys, you know, whatever it is. But would you let your son stop and be thrown in prison when you already know? Because if they stop that car, they'd have put him in handcuffs and hauled him away. They're not.
That Sam would have enforced that warrant unrighteously, and you know,
It's an invalid warrant. It doesn't even matter because my warrant is already.
He doesn't care for evidence. He's a yes man.
Well, see what I'm saying, guys? He said that Elijah has been on the run for a year when Elijah just like 20 days ago was doing more double community service. What? That's why I kind of had an issue. Maybe that's why Sam stood down. So I need Sam to call Lily, Frank. I called the district attorney, guys. I called the head of probation. Is it Frank Greer?
No, Lily Frank.
Lily Frank and what Greer?
Frank Greer.
That's what I said. Okay, so Frank Greer. I already left messages.
Greer.
Jake Greer already left messages, guys, with the head
Lily
of.
is my old probation officer, and Sam is a
Lily and Lily and Greer are gonna know this case very well, guys. I know because I've spoken personally with Lilith. Oops, my bad. Remember Lily? I called her Lilith because she's not. You guys, I was exposing this probation county, the probation office out here, and they're taking it out on him. Again, lay out 100 action reports from a felon, and they're going to say that probation is done on the front side of the community service, gets done on the front, not the back side. That's what they did to him. Act like, oh, you hadn't completed these 133 hours and threw them on him in the last 3 months. It's criminal. His Ryan Solberg is actually should be relieved of his job too, because how could you go 33 months and then not spring 133 hours? That's if I laid out 100 reports, guys, action plans. Anybody deal with probation? Like on a loan on a mortgage, the interest is always paid on the front side. You don't pay principal. That doesn't get paid until you're about halfway. You know what I'm saying? Same thing here. That's why Elijah already did it. That was the terms of. They don't want to listen to any of this. They don't want to listen. So we've been here for a minute. They haven't come in. We've called. I'm like, all right, guys, I think we'd be safe to go get a shower. Like I said, I'm like, let me drive. No, we had a little argument, and I said, you know, Dad, I just want to feel normal. She wants to feel normal, guys. Take a shower. We're just trying to get some normalcy here in our life. For her, for the both. I don't care. Lock me up. Put me in prison. I'm the one who stopped him. I'm the one who stood in front of the warrant. But don't you ever forget that I told this county, if you try to arrest him, that I'll arrest him first. I'll accost him. I have documentation that I called Lane County and said if they proceeded with their criminal behavior. The judge who signed off on this, guys, needs questioned too. He does, because did he look at any of the evidence?
Not.
That's the man in the black robe that's supposed to be making life decisions, guys. Now I question here, is there some kind of a ulterior motive? It's me, guys. Go look at everything that I've been involved with. I asked, look at how Sam Birch, when I asked to speak with the elected sheriff, Sheriff Michael Taylor, and no, you're not seeing him. You're not seeing him. Like when I called the district attorney and asked to speak with this. Oh, you're not. They protect the. And you heard me ask Sam, go, why are you protecting these? You guys, I can't get a call from. I can't call my elected sheriff when I have potential murder, robbery, harassment of like somebody calling somebody a transgender and all these things. Like, what is that? Hate crime? I have a massive criminal fraud within this police department, possibly Tom running meth through the freaking airport up here. Everybody in town knows Tom is always hanging out at the meth dealer's house. What, to go bust him? You don't hang out at the biggest meth dealer's house in town for days on end. See what I'm saying, guys? Some of us aren't afraid to say this. Tom has his partners, guys. There's question. There were a couple murders, possible deaths out here that were questionable. And this county railroads people. They don't care. They don't care, guys.
About things missing from the evidence locker in Lakeview. Because
Yeah, there's all. That's what I'm saying. Look, oh my God, Tracy, don't talk. Don't bring that up. No. What? Just I live in this town. You gonna let somebody shit in my backyard? No, I don't care. I'm not. You guys, just because they're law enforcement doesn't mean they can do this criminal activity. Look, guys, seriously, so that's what I'm saying. Look up Lake County Sheriff, and you'll see these people are known for being thuggish out here, like Billy Bob. Look, guys, when my son got in trouble for a property crime, and I called my attorney, John Caligo, I said he's locked up, and he's like, "Listen, Tracy, if he's any other county, he'd be out right now." But they do whatever the hell they want out there. This has got to stop, guys. They railroad people out here
who want this to stop.
There are a lot of people out here, guys. We need to get the feds involved, guys. This sheriff, I reported a murder, which ended up not being, but this lady was completely robbed, and Tom was in on this too. I know, I can see. That's what I'm saying, guys. We don't live. This isn't 1800. Normally I have my cowboy hat on, but
see if she was okay.
What's that?
They didn't even do anything. They didn't investigate to see if she was all right, alive, or anything, or nothing. You know,
they didn't. I went and told Tom that this lady was murdered. They didn't care. They didn't. I have it on my streams, guys. That's what I'm saying. They're acting like this the 1800s, and none of this evidence. So if they put this in front of a judge, just like all this 100+ hours of stream, it's gonna have to be looked at, guys. It's gonna have to be looked at. It's gonna have to be looked at. Just, it's crazy. How much time is it, hours have we spent pleading? Please just look at the evidence. We want peaceful resolution. We don't want a revolution. We don't want an armed, Bearcats and Democrats breaking this stuff down. Why is that necessary? Just think about if they do that. Just think about if they do that, guys. They're going to waste all this manpower to come down and risk life and limb. Risk life and limb. That's crazy. Over something that gets a clerical error, and actually evidence can prove otherwise. So that's why we're doing this, because they're going to be, you guys, the news out here. We just had the cops. You've seen that, this is getting very serious. I don't think they're going to come back this time. And if this is what because I forced my son, no, you're not stopping, dude. You stop. And, I really wish could have got the live on, guys. I tried to get the live on, but because like I said, just turn around, and he wanted to stop. He's like, just let him stop, Dad. I'll talk, it's whatever. You're not stopping, dude. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, remember, I think he wanted to come out here and turn himself in.
I thought I might have been able to talk to him, been like, dude, you better not execute a warrant. You better just let me go home, and try to stop.
It is whatever. It doesn't matter. That's why I went live immediately, and you can see that I'm not letting him stop the damn car and get thrown in prison when you guys, listen, there's a lot of people coming in, try to be a jailhouse attorney and all. I appreciate our legal. Listen, they have revoked his probation, which means he's going to prison on a downward departure, meaning there was a crime committed. Instead of putting him in, they gave him a downward departure and said, here's your terms of release. If you commit another crime, you're going to do the 5. And Elijah has not done he's not done anything. Not done anything. Now, what you just witnessed to is me look, this shouldn't be any freaking different. This is me telling him, you're not leaving this property. You're not going anywhere until we get this straightened out. Right now, he could be getting ass raped, guys, by another man. And you think I'm going to let that happen? I'll let my ass get raped before he ever does. You understand? And I'm not into that stuff. I'm just telling you, these are the things that happen in prison. You're going to go let your son, when you know he's not guilty of, and they've already thrown him in jail, go let that happen? He wouldn't even been able to spend time with his wife. He'd be in prison right now, and we'd be having to try to fight it in front of a judge. Fuck that shit. I apologize for being filthy potty mouth, but you can go watch hundreds of thousands of hours of me streaming and never cuss, but I'm under pressure and
upset.
I am. This isn't my normal behavior. They have me that shaken right now, guys. That
It's
if you
okay.
hear me cuss, I'm a man of God and I believe this. So I know that I'll be judged for all these curses, words that come out of my mouth. It doesn't need to be, but my witness should stand alone, but it's not. So I'm frustrated and I'm underslept and just not, I don't know, not eating the 3 meals a day we can. They're eating, but I'm having a little bit, I'm not. The early morning, my gut hurts. I'm having coffee instead of breakfast, or because I'm up, all night. And so anyways, so guys, I'm trying to do everything I can. And again, this all could be a stand down peacefully. All right, we'll get Elijah's certificate and Sam, just please start doing your job. Please, all these officers, guys, I want to get back on this subject too. They're afraid of people, guys. I have a lady that I know that this county, she picked up a plastic clear bag with $4,500 in it. She put it into her bank account in a separate account. She didn't put it in with her money. She put it separately. They watched the video and found out that she had it. She said, yes, I do have it. It's in my bank. And she returned it to the cops. It made sure that the bank gave it back in the same denominations that it was found in the bag. They arrested her for 6 months later, guys, and threw her in jail. Threw her in jail and accused her of theft. And you guys, this county is that they issued a warrant for her and arrested her and threw her in jail. And she came to me like, Tracy, what do I do? I said, fight it. There's no evidence. Tina, you put it in your bank. You made sure you didn't put it in you didn't spend any of the money. You gave it back the next day. They didn't issue a warrant, guys. See, this is probably, I wonder if that's that same judge that issued the warrant for Elijah's arrest here that issued the warrant for Tina Flowers' arrest. Look into this, guys. They arrested Tina Flowers. She found money in a Ziploc bag. She gave it to the cops. Oh, she gave it to the cops. I got to show you this, then I'll give this back. So I want to show you. This is why they need to go ahead. You guys need to call Lake County right now. You guys stop. This guy just showed the evidence. I'm going to show you now physical evidence, okay, that Elijah had, again, this is the head of probation, Kresha Brunsman, and she's all aware of this. On October 5th of 2023 at 7:19 a.m., she coordinated the head of probation with my son, dear Mr. Werner. And it says, I have contacted Officer Black, which is in Lane County, Oregon, at the Sherman Center. And he informed me that you have 23 hours of your community service, leaving a balance of 30 hours owed. 30 hours owed. I know, I don't remember where my, anyways, 30 hours owed. 30 hours, guys. 30 hours is what was owed. That was his balance due. Elijah has done at least 100, guys. Call them. Now, I'm going to show you this, screen capture this, and send this to Lake County. And please tell them to stand down. They might execute the warrant tonight. I don't know. I think we're definitely got their attentions now, don't we?
Well,
Do I have your attention? Stand down.
The only reason that Sam wanted to stop us is so that he could try to take me. I don't think it was for any other reason.
So look, this says it right there. Screen grab that, and you can see that it says that Elijah has 30 hours owed. This is the head of probation that's telling him you have 30 hours owed with a balance. That means that's what's left, a balance in a hole. The balance remaining. I don't care about nothing else that's ever been said. I don't care even if he didn't do his hours. This at least states, now I'm not saying that, this is a starting point for you. So let's at least go from this point that said he had 30 hours owed. 30 hours owed. See, the problem that I had, who was tracking his hours? What the fuck does that matter, man? What the hell are you people ask the stupidest questions sometimes?
Supposed to track the hours.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Listen, guys, this is, or maybe this is why this all has to be done. I don't think either of these counties have a system in place digitally. I should be able to call and look up any probationary at any time and see their hours. This is 2024. I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
You are right, because it's all on paper.
I don't want to hear none of this. Oh, and all I hear this shit is that these fucking probationary people have to keep track of their own hours. Are you out of your mind? That is criminal alone. What are you supposed to try? They're supposed to be keeping track. The probation officer should know at any moment. And that's why I've been requesting, and you'll see my son pleading with the courts, going in and trying to get it. They don't want to ask. They don't. Oh, it's over there at the Sherman Center. You got to go ask the sheriffs. And then they bounce him. Oh, no, it's back over there. They bounce him in for us like a play verbal ping pong with them. Verbal voodoo is what they're doing. They're playing their trickery on them. Brothers and sisters, the probation department.
Elijah, all you got to get is a piece of paper that says your hours, but you got to call the courts for it. And then you call the courts. Well, you got to call the sheriff's department for it. And the sheriff's department. Well, you got to call the courts for it. What?
See, none of that. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, guys. There should be something. We live in 2024, not 1824. We live in the digital age, blockchain. Okay, there we go. I want to see all probation to the block, to the chain, and everything be died. This is bullshit, guys. This is crazy, and I apologize for my cursing again. I'm very frustrated.
Last time I had a GSU meeting, I was with Luis Gonzalez. I was right in front of him after the meeting, and I walked up to him. I said, "Sir, I'd like to talk to you about my community service hours. Can we look at it? I want to see what my community service hours."
I made him. I'm like, you better get your ass over and get.
He denied me. He didn't sit down with me. He didn't pull out his computer. He didn't do nothing. He just said, "Oh, what? You're on a downward departure." That's not good. And then, he didn't give me anything. He didn't.
So why isn't there a digital system in the probation? This needs corrected. This allows these people to do this kind of bullshit. So look, guys, let's just go to the hard paper then. It's your digital age crap. I hate it. Let's go to the action plan, because those are all written out on handwritten by the probationer, because they have to actually, it's an assessment to reoffend is what that does. It evaluates and gives them a score. When they're scored, okay, then they go through, oh, you beat your wife, this was a property crime, okay? This person needs to go through anger management. They're going to assess what you need to do to lower your risk to reoffend. If we took 100 cases of action, now this is handwritten, they're always going to show that the community service hours are completed on the front side. We're going to put 100 of them in a pile, and Elijah's probably going to only be the one where his hours were supposedly given to him on the very last 3 months. Bullshit, Sam. I've told you that, and you had record. They've all had record of this. So I'm serious. This is there. I don't want to hear it. Elijah has done over 300 hours plus, guys. Listen, over 300 hours he's done. You guys, listen, they won't even give him his hours from when they put him in jail. They won't even give him hours. If he's done that, he's done like 400 hours, guys. So that's why I forced my son. Nope, you're not. Over a stinking shower, because I feel bad, Lock me up, lock me up because I wanted to go get her a shower. Over a fucking shower, guys. Are you serious? So, I almost want to get off here and go give this lady 50 gallons of hot water and let her pour something. This is ridiculous, guys. I'm trying to be a good host, even though I'm forcing them to stay here. I'm not trying to abuse them or hurt them, or this isn't anything like that. I mean, I think they could potentially say that I have kidnapped my son, but I called them and said that I would, if that's what you want to call it. I said I was going to arrest him, accost his body, and arrest him and not let them execute the warrant because their warrant is invalid. I have a warranted arrest of him, and I believe his wife. Like I said, he could be in a prison with his rear end being violated. Instead, he's in my care and safe. He wouldn't have been slept last night. He got to sleep with his wife. They would have taken that away. Sam Birch didn't want him sleeping with his wife. Sam Birch wants to throw him in a jail cell in a rape cage. It's obvious. I should have gotten a call from Crusher Bondsman, Lake County, Lane County. How about Lake County Police Department? Hey, Tracy, can you stop with the streaming? All these people calling. Can we stop this? Can we have a discussion? You guys, there's been people all over the world called Lake and Lane County calling these people. Look how they have treated these people. Well, that's right. Yeah, I placed him under. I told her. I just told my son, fuck no, you're going me. I apologize. But her, I said, you're in our place. You under citizen's arrest. And I already told him he's under arrest, but I accosted him. Her, I actually placed her under a citizen's arrest. And I don't, I'm a man of the land and soul. But either way, I want you to know that I'm trying to be a good hostage taker. So that's why they called, are you safe, Elijah? Oh, well, now you're absconding. See what I'm saying? They don't care. Has Sam Birch called Lily? Has Sam Birch called Has Sam Birch called Koresha Brunsman? Has Sam Birch spoken with Tom at the TED, the district attorney? You guys, I have hundreds of phone calls over time trying to clear this up. If I get in front of a judge, guys, this will all come up and it will be about Elijah's case. See, they're trying to run from this and they're stupid because I've been involved in this case from the beginning. From the very beginning. My attorney was, and they know that. If they just look up John Caligo, they'll say, oh shit, that guy was involved from the beginning. Yeah, remember that's the guy that was Elijah's attorney? You better stand down. Because if I call John Caligo again, even if you get me in confinement, we're going to get this taken care of. No, we are, Will. We are documenting hundreds of hours now of live streaming. Do you understand?
I wanted to go back and see this. I didn't see it.
So, anyways, you guys, I don't know. I feel bad. I hope I just didn't get my son in trouble because he hasn't done anything. You know, like I said, if you can put anybody in jail, it would be me for forcing him to do that and forcing him to stay here. But I still feel like what I did is right and righteous. So I've never been scared.
It sounded like somebody just said, hey.
I've never been scared or anything, guys, but I'm afraid they're going to come in here with guns now. I'm sure. I think that this is going to warrant. I hope I just didn't do something stupid myself by getting my son or his wife hurt by this. But I'm telling you, I'm not letting him stop. Was the right decision because he's alive right now, and he would. I'm going to keep fighting this. I'm going to keep stepping in front of this bullet train. County, sheriff, whatever. You bring the feds out here. Bring the feds. I need, guys, this has got to get taken care of. This has got to stop. There's proof. There's evidence. If I had no evidence, it would be not. It would. But guys, I have mounds of evidence. Why are they not listening to it? So call Lake County Sheriff right now. Call the non-emergency line. I don't know. I almost feel like this is an emergency, but please don't call. I don't want anybody to get in trouble, but I don't want anybody to be harassed, guys. You call these counties and they'll probably just hang up on you. They don't want to listen. We've had hundreds of calls to each county, guys. I've been streaming for days trying to get them to communicate, and they've got one call and all they want to do is Elijah come out and see he's okay in person. That means they want to arrest him, guys. I mean, serious, good cop, bad cop. Oh, if you'll just do something for me, I'll do something for you. Elijah, you heard him. I'm not that stupid. And he laughed at my son and then said he was on the run for a year. Elijah in the last year has been doing more community service and was thrown in jail for doing his community service
Sam
twice.
Also claimed to not know anything about the case in the beginning of the conversation. So for him to open his mouth and say I've been absconding for a year is great.
Oh yeah, how about that? Oh, I'm just getting on. I don't know. And oh yeah, there we go. Thank you. And all of a sudden he knew he was on the run for a year. Well, then why was he 20 days ago or something, you know, because he spent 8 days or something waiting for a response after the date that he had to complete the another 108. What did this read? Double jeopardy, guys. And it can be proven. So why is nobody looking at this? So I'm at fault here for telling my son, don't you fucking stop. You better not. I'm not going to let you get thrown in. All this shit that I've gotten through and gone through to just pull over and let you get thrown in prison. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, guys, like I said, you know, trying to get some normalcy in our lives here. This man's had no normal life. She has had no normal life. She went and did at least 6. Now, look, I showed you that he had 30 hours remaining. I showed he had 30-hour balance.
She did every hour with him, man.
She can document. They can ping their phones, guys, to show that she did at least
what a
60,
good wife, eh? To go out
60
and go do
more
community service
hours
with
at least. And he did like, so Elijah's done like 100+ hours
when she
since
doesn't need
the
to.
30, guys. See, that's what I'm saying. Why does this keep happening? Okay, well, this isn't a matter of not guilty. This is whatever. Throw me in the prison for 15 years. He ain't going to jail. I ain't letting him. Gonna have to come first, Lake County. Gonna have to come through me, Lane County. Gonna have to come through me, feds. I'm not gonna let you throw him in a rape cage and let his anus be violated.
Man,
when he
Sam
hasn't done
should have
it.
pulled up to the gate right there and been like, "Here, Tracy, I got a certificate for you."
Yeah, here. That's what Sam. Hey, I was just trying to deliver the certificate for you. I was over here delivering it. Why isn't Sam Birch delivering Elijah's certificate of completion of his probation? Because that's what I've already requested. He already did him, and he's done double. See, if he goes, guys, it's going to come out that Elijah's done at least 300 plus hours. You understand? At least 300 hours. I don't, but he's done at least 300. He's only required to do 180. He has not committed any crime. No, none. What you just witnessed today, if that was, then okay, but I forced him. I forced him. You heard me. And why would I? Like I said, why would I let him stop and be taken in prison and raped? And well, Tracy, good morning. Well, I don't know. It will never happen. That doesn't happen. People don't get their rear ends, don't get violated. So I'm standing in front of a moving train, a bullet, a county, 2 counties. It's me. Come and get me, guys. If you want somebody, come imprison me. Look at how active I am. Look, I could claim Donald Trump for dropping 3 steel balloons with 2 airplanes. Come and get me. You don't like me, and why are you taking it out on him? Because I'm exposing that you have a bunch of criminals working in your probation and sheriff's office. That's why, guys. I'm that whistleblower. He says, Ephesians 5, be not partakers of their unfruitful works of darkness, yet expose them. So that's what I'm doing, what God tells me to do. Hallelujah. I'm not going to stand down. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. So, well, they're not going to get out of this one. Thank you, Hyde, for your testimony, but there's too much. There's too much. Elijah now has a lawsuit against the county. And think about it. This lady out here has probably lost her job by now, and potentially, I don't know when they're going to be able to go back home and pay their rent and all that stuff. So she is caught in the middle of it. And I told the county that I was going to get him. Well, they should have known that she might have been with her, but they don't care. Remember, not this county. When I had her, all they wanted Elijah to go do is go turn himself in. Let me see you in person. They never asked about her. They never asked about her. They never said, hey, how does Adriana's in there? Is she getting a shower? You feed, or they didn't even, Sam Birch didn't even ask her. Okay, can I talk to her?
Nope.
How about talking to Adriana? Sam, did you ask to speak to Adriana?
What about calling her phone?
So I think Lane County is in a sling, guys, because I called Lake County before they issued the arrest warrant and said that I was going to arrest Elijah. It wouldn't let him take him because it was unwarranted, and then I would issue my own warrant of his arrest to his body and accost his person. I have physical and can prove that through, obviously, this isn't the 1800s, this is 2024, and that will all be part of my case if they try to prosecute me. And if it's part of Elijah's case, that will be, see, they keep running from the mounds of evidence. So I don't know. We'll see if they come back. Guns blaring. You heard my son. Please don't come down here with your guns. Please don't come down here with your guns. He was listening to his voice. He's fearing for his life, and now I do even more. So it is what it is. It's probably gonna be on now, but anyways, what are we at power? I got to keep my power up. Oh crap! It's only 27%. So you guys, give me a minute. I need to try to get a power cord to run my power out here. I need to keep watch on this driveway so that if they come, I can film it. But I've got to have enough power to keep doing it. So I don't know. Only by the glory of God. Why would the officers stand down too, guys? See, because we're nonviolent, and I think they know that. I wasn't, I wasn't threatening him. I asked him to stand down. You seen when I was on the live, I just said, stand down. Let's get this taken care of, Lake County, please. You guys, look, they said they're looking at these live streams. Sam Birch called my phone and said they were looking at the live streams. Why are they not doing anything? Poor kitty. Oh, this guy had to go back in and get the kitten, boy. Poor Tora.
That's my boy.
Poor Tora boy.
He's such a
stuck
good
in the
bean.
middle too. When I go to jail and my dogs are caught in the middle. This guy's just crazy. This has gone too far. Please call Lake County Sheriff's Office non-emergency line right now and say, Tracy Warner just showed that Elijah only had 30 hours and he's at least done 100. Stop. Give this guy his certificate and stand down. They want peace out there. They don't want a revolution. I don't want violence.
I gotta turn the solar panels.
And there's evidence, guys. There's evidence, mounds of evidence to show that Elijah has already. That was the terms of his release out of this county. I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse here with that same thing, but he has done more than enough hours. He has done almost more than double the hours, if not more than double the hours. He's been thrown in jail illegally. Illegally, guys. This is over the top, guys. This is over the top. And guys, look, the only reason that cop turned around, I believe, was God must have been in that man's head. Did you look on his face? He never said a word to me.
I'm gonna try to move you over.
So, anyways.
Yeah, grab your phone.
Look at these good boys. Look at these good boys doing their job out there, making sure they're protecting the dad. Making sure. So, I got to go get some.
You're charging.
Okay. I'll be back. I've got to find the house keys in the car.
They're in the car. Trying to figure out some type of charging situation here. It's been really overcast out here today. Not a lot of solar power. Little wind, but yeah. It's been hot past like 3-4 days, but today it's been pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
Are we live?
Yeah,
Here?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm just talking to. It's a nice day though. Yeah, we're gonna put the dogs up. I don't want my dogs getting hurt. I don't want any of the animals getting hurt. I don't want any of that to happen. I don't want anybody to get hurt out of this or anything. I didn't expect any of this to happen or come to this really. What does that mean? Weather guy. What does weather guy mean? I don't know what that means. You better not jump out that window, you little goofball. I know he will. He tried to open it up with his little paws the other day. Sitting there trying to smack it open.
He'll jump right there again.
I know, he's a goofball. If his head fits, his body fits. That's how it works with cats. And you fit the rest of them through there, so.
He's getting underneath the house in this like really tiny space.
Oh, I know. It's just like, I know, he's trying to make himself small when getting down there and stuff.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Just don't get down.
I know. I don't like when he gets under the house up there. You see something? He's a guard cat. I love this. Me, I'm 24.
All right, that's that power to the plug.
Power to the plug. Well, you got power right here, my man. I got you hooked up to
I
my
know, but
solar.
you're almost down, so
I don't
plug it
care.
into power.
It'll
But I
run
have
till it's
full
8.
power.
It'll run till it's 8 till it starts flashing back up. It'll run.
Oh, but
You'll
you
be
get
fine.
full
You'll
power.
charge. You'll charge right up to 30, 40%, something like that. I'll probably just straight plug him in though, just so he's plugged in. Grab my charger and whatnot. Yeah, I got him plugged into a 3.0 charger too. That's why it's wearing down on it so fast. Where's the box? Got to keep everything next to each other, or else you're gonna lose your head out here. I gotta go find my stuff. Elijah, did you charge those brakes properly? Yeah, I did. I did charge those. I was trying to get those set up last night so that he had power too. Because we've been having, like I said, it's been nice out here past couple of days, but we tried some normalcy the other day. He let me hook up my PS5. He gave me a little cord here where I'm at, but he tried to just play some TV and stuff like that so that we can watch. I like watching The Office myself, so we were trying to watch The Office and just relax and not stress out so hard. But I think it really wore down on his battery, and so ever since then we've been just trying to come back up from it. So make sure that the power is situated the way it is. But I gotta go find my box real quick so that I can plug my stuff in. Let's see, it costs 10 of them. Turn from highway on a 3/4 mile drive. Come to a rest zone. Serious charge. What does it say? Those power brakes can come in handy. Yes, they do. I play. I like driving games. My dad said that earlier. He's like, he's a car guy. I like driving games. So anything I can race around in and whatnot. So one of these days, when this is all sorted out, we get this stuff figured out, I'm gonna try to build myself one of them dirt track cars. I want to drive on the dirt. I love that so much. I grew up around that my whole life. So as you can see, I'm even wearing a Fast and Furious shirt. So no, that's more my brother's speed. He loves the Mario Kart. He's all in the Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. I try to play that with him. He'll whoop my ass. He's so good at that game. It's crazy. I hope we get this figured out because the Wicked Games is one of the first albums out there. Best music that he's put out. I love the old Weekend. I got really lucky actually finding this beanie at it says Starboy on the other side for there's World Tour and then the EXO on this side. But I found it at a St. Vincent de Paul about 5-6 months ago. Paid like $2 for it. Looked it up. It's like I think it was like a $65 beanie. So I'm not one to like go out of my way to buy like fan merch or anything like that. But if I see it at the thrift store, I'll buy it for sure because I don't think I'll ever go to concerts or nothing like that. So I've been to my fair share of concerts, but never got to go to like the Weekend or nothing like that. So, but we'll get this taken care of. I know we will. It's gonna be hard and it's definitely scary for sure because I'm worried about just everything. I just want to live my life with my lady and have some fun while we can, prepare for what's to come for the 1024 event, and just, do the right things here. I've been trying so hard, for, the when my dad explains it, he says the 33 months I was on probation, then Ryan Solberg hit me with the, oh, hey, you've got time left on your community service, and then trying for those last 3 months to figure it all out. And it does suck that she got dragged into this. She's my biggest concern out of everything too, because I just want her to be happy, and that's my lady. I consider her my wife. I'm not, physically married. There's no ring on my finger, but that is my wife. I do appreciate her and everything that she's done. She's worried out of her mind too, and I try to keep her calm and stuff. So, do what we can. It's I think we'll make it through this. We've got too much on our side to not make it through this, to be honest with you. I've tried for the last 9 months almost. Yeah, I did. I charged those. I got them all charged up. I can throw them back out in the car too at any point in time if I need to. I woke up this morning, I was using it and had my phone at 100%. So, but I don't remember what I was saying. It's just something about this. I know that for sure.
There's still light in here.
Good stuff. We're doing all right. It's stressful. I mean, I'm trying to, remain cool and remain calm on the outside, but I'm not gonna lie, my insides hurt. It sucks. More worried for her, and everything like that. So I just gotta try to. I mean, I've tried so hard to fight for this and to fight for the evidence and for all the physical of this. Of proving this community service hours and doing all of this, and it's always backfired in my face of trying to get it proved and trying to get it pointed out and get it corrected, because where I spent those 6 months trying to prove that the hours were done, and I played ping pong back and forth the counties and between sheriff's office and probation, just all this other stuff, playing this verbal ping pong. In that time, they're wanting me to do these hours that are already done. And I'm sitting here, I'm telling them, I'm like, hold on. I'm not going to do those hours just yet, because I know for a fact that those hours are done. That's how I'm over here standing before you. So, can we figure these ones out first? And then, if we can't, whatever, I'm trying to I'm just trying to be cordial. I'm on probation. I've got to do what they say in that sense. So, I'm trying to figure it out. And that whole time they keep giving me these extensions to get the probation done and stuff like that. And the extensions are 3 months long, but yet the whole time I was on probation for 3 years, there was no extensions for community service or anything of that sort or matter or anything like that, because it's because it just wasn't there. The hours are done. That's why I'm over there. And so even like my dad says, at the 18th month mark, that's all documented through the lawyers and all that stuff, that at 18 months, we tried to ask for early release through probation, because at that time we considered and thought that I was eligible for early release. But it wasn't, because when we went back and we talked to him, the only thing that was holding me up was the restitution that was on my case. And so we said, oh, okay, cool. We'll take care of that, or what we can do about it and whatnot. We'll ride this out. We'll take care of it. And ever since then, it's been hell for me, because every 3 months that these people aren't helping me when I'm trying to help myself, they're now writing documentation about me looking like some piece of shit, I'm not doing what they're asking me to. If anything, they're not doing what I'm trying to ask them to, which is just some help to prove that I've already done what is asked of me. And so
No, they left.
Yeah, they're gone. They left out 10 minutes ago. So
Yes, this is insanity. I cannot believe what just transpired. That should have never taken place.
I tried to keep the live going.
I'm serious. I need you guys to call. No, you need to talk too. They need to talk
I
to you
did. I
guys.
sat here and I was telling them everything, that I've been dealing with for the past year or two.
Really, look at what Norma said. Yeah, I had a PO tell me that it was our last visit and signed off on papers, and over a year later, they were in court acting like it was on the run. See, that should have never happened, guys. And I really want to, again, I probably just should have stayed on the property, right? But this lady's been here a week, and I want to justify why I'm off the property is to,
For my wife.
it's trying to get some normalcy. There's been no normalcy in either of their lives. She has done at least 60 hours, guys, and I showed you the evidence.
That's what I told him. I said, "Oh, you let me hook up the PS5 to try to watch some TV and just be normal for a minute."
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him, because even if he goes or something, look at these. You're the problem with the Shaw. You're the problem with the system. You know that. You are the problem why things go on like the way they do. People don't want to be real about anything. These cops must be on the same kind of stuff this guy's on, because they don't. Their reality's twisted. What they've done to Elijah is criminal now. And
Right, you hand them a badge and they think they're above the law.
why did Sam Birch not have anybody call me? I gave that officer the evidence on the live stream. You guys saw that I gave him. It was on the live stream. It was on the live stream. There's whatever it is, what it is. I'm not going to worry about what I can't change. I can only worry about what I can. And so, my bad. Like I said, I don't know. Do we have any ladies in the room? Do any ladies like taking a shower every day, every other day, every third day, every fourth day, every fifth day, every sixth day? I don't know. It's been like a week. And she hasn't even said a thing, like griped or anything. Now, obviously, we have wipes in it, but, she needs a shower, not the spit shower. Okay, guys, this is unfair. These two people need their life back. We will prevail in court. We will prevail. If they end up coming out here and they don't shoot us all and we get our day in front of a judge, if that's what it takes, then I guarantee you we will beat this case and there will be lawsuits. The evidence will stand. The evidence should show that Elijah had done more than double. So Kresha Brunsman, knowing that I called her, telling her, please get this taken care of. So Elijah is not, she took the time to have Elijah thrown in jail instead of call Lake County. Now that is criminal. She had Elijah arrested, even though I told her he had already done. How is this the lady, the head of probation, when this happened in her county? He was released into that county on the terms. They took over. There was communication, guys, between the counties. You understand? That's how it happens. If you're going to transfer, the counties do talk to each other. That was the terms of the agreement. What in the hell is going on? This is gone on too long already. They said they were looking at the streams, guys.
They must have been looking at the streams. Why was he flashing his lights out there? That was like a yes to him watching the stream.
Yeah, I said, are you watching the streams? And the cop was flashing his lights, guys.
I seen that.
So he obviously knows. See, I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. The evidence is already presented in this stream. That Elijah only had 30 hours by the head of probation of Lane County, Kresha Brunsman, Greetje. A. Kresha Brunsman. Okay. Why do you people always insinuate drug usage? What is wrong with this society, guys? I don't know what's wrong with people, guys. I really don't. But anyways, this is insanity, guys. This drives a person insane. Just doing over and over, doing probation hours. Now you've done your 180. Now you got to do more. So
I haven't even been able
go
to
back,
get a
Iceman.
normal
I just tried to take Elijah's lady to take a shower. We were just going to go like 6 miles from the house. And then that's where cops drove by. And that's where we were going to go try to take a shower. They have nice showers at this new It's Mountain High, I believe that's what it's called, or Mountain View RV Park. And the cop was right there. And I said, Elijah, just go home. Just go home. You know, and like I said, because he just wanted to be normal. I was going to drive because I don't want any issues. But like I said, we're trying to hook up the PlayStation and just try to, they weren't coming, right? So we're like, all right, we'll just, I've asked for peace, never said we wanted violence, never said once to call for a revolution, actually called to stand down and let's communicate with each other, and they don't want to. Sam could have said something to me there. You guys, I was filming, and why didn't he say anything? He just looked at me dumbfounded. I don't think he said one word. So, well, no, honestly, I don't know how that worked. Like, how does that work? That is God, Iceman. That's God. The reason why we were there and he was there at the same time was God. I will have no other explanation.
Yes, sir.
There is no other explanation for it. None. That's not luck. That's not karma. That's not Murphy's Law. That is God. That is God. If God wanted it any other way, wouldn't have gone that way. Thank you, Iceman. So I believe they weren't watching. That was God. And we just happened to, if we wouldn't have tried to get her a shower and would have waited one more day, it would have never. So it just happened that way, all by the glory of God. So, but, you know, he turned around and then, you know, like I said, he didn't speed off, guys. You know, like I said, do we get to the driveway? Not going, and didn't let him haul butter. You know, like I said, that wasn't the way it was going to go down. We weren't trying to hurt anybody else on the roadway. Weren't on the roadway driving the speed limit. You understand? Everything was, you know, I was filming so you guys could see what was going on. That I was demanding my son not stop that car. I will not let you go and get thrown in no prison for 5 years. You guys, this is only the way it happened. I didn't want that to happen. And I feel bad because, you know, I have this lady and I want to let her go, but I mean, I feel like she could, but I don't think at this point, I haven't even asked her, you know, if she wants to go. I've just told her, you're going to stay here with your husband, you know, if they come take him away and you're going to be away from him for 5 years, I want you to, we'll figure out the finances, you know, we'll figure it out, you know. It's a lot. She's been through a lot, guys. I don't think the cops never even asked about her. She's out here and they knew it too. It just shows you the failure. Not once has anybody checked on the welfare of his wife. And so I'm trying to, you know, accommodate a woman. I've once married. I've had some wives and they need to shower once a day. And it's been a week, guys, because we're kind of locked in here. And then we leave and so it's all by God. So I'm a little beside myself right now. I mean, what's changed? I don't know. Nothing's changed. It is what it is. Like I said, nobody else was in jeopardy. Elijah drove the speed limit home like I made him. Don't stop. Don't speed. Just drive home. So nobody else's life was put in jeopardy. But I'm not going to let him stop and get thrown. That's not any different. So I don't know what's different. This should all fall in the same thing. When have I ever let him go? The cops called and said, oh, come outside, Elijah, just come outside. You got to do something for me. Oh, that's your good hostage negotiation skills there, Mr. Sam. No, remember he told you I'm not falling for that. I'm not that stupid. You know, all you want to do is lock him and have his ass raped by another man, potentially, is what you want. These cops are thuggeries, and I cannot stand that they will not look into this situation. And his poor cat, you know, I'll go get the cat. I was worried he's going to shoot me and the cat, but he didn't. He stood there all by the glory of God, and you heard me to tell him to stand down. I don't want violence, so I'm glad that the county did stand down. Thank you, Lake County. Now go do your job, please. We don't want violence out here. You guys, I think we need to get the news out here now. Yeah, there's video of me going and obviously, you know, filming that we're trying to save ourselves from the law out here. So I'm glad that I'm glad that they weren't violent and they didn't draw their weapons. So thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. You guys, he flashed his lights. When I asked him if he was watching the stream, he flashed his lights down there. So I don't understand how they can keep watching all this evidence and then not go do anything about it. I showed you on the stream that Elijah had 30 hours. This woman did his slut wife that the chief of police called a slut, that I've never seen her collarbone or her ankle in all the years that I've known her. That she's some kind of slut. They've been together for, I don't think she's kind of like Elijah. I don't think she's had a whole bunch of, I mean, they're just 25 years old, guys. So they're not, and I've never asked her, but I don't think she's been with a bunch of guys. I'm sure she's been with Elijah for many years. So what in the hell is this guy calling her a slut for? I've asked people to call Lane, and they've treated people just so horribly. Sarah is in here, and that's Sarah, who's the one where the chief of police called Lane County a slut. Or chief of police called his wife a slut. So I don't understand. And anybody calls Lake County, all you have to do is say our name and they just hang up. They don't want to deal with this, guys. They keep thinking they can sweep this under the rug, get Elijah, arrest him, throw him in prison. And just, again, I want to plead to the world right now. I live in a county, and I knew it when I moved out here, but I didn't know it's as big a thuggery as it is out here, guys. These counties known for being kind of extortionists, guys. Look into Lake County, Oregon. I encourage you to look into this county. It's the poorest county. They don't want to talk down. There's a lot of people who like this area, guys, and they just want to be left alone. And that's what I'm asking too, is my son get his life back and to be left alone. But this county is known for, I told you, my attorney, when Elijah got in trouble for this probation, and I called him and told him, he's like, look, I'd have your son out of jail right now if I was in any other county. This is coming from my attorney, guys. How can these people keep getting away? They have a reputation for doing this. Sam, please, thank you today for not shooting me, and, go do your job, please. This can all be resolved peacefully. It doesn't take violence. They want violence, guys. They're going to want to come Bearcat, MRAP, loaded guns. This is the way this works. But you guys, what about the evidence? What about the fact that I just showed you evidence that Elijah only had 30 hours? And he's at least done 100 since then, guys. His slut wife, that's what the chief of police of Lane County called. I got a cheapo, guys. Called her a slut. Sarah was very frustrated and very upset, guys. And so I don't know how to do this without violence from them. That's what I'm trying to do, is save my son from being violation of his rights. He already had him violated, guys. Kresha Brunsman put him in jail and has now revoked his probation, guys. Why? He shouldn't even be on probation. This should have been cleared up. If I could have, at 18 months, Ryan Solberg visited him being released early. Why didn't Ryan Solberg not say at 18 months that he had this wasn't put on him until 3 months what is going on with this phone? I don't know what's going on. Not the best phone. So anyways, I'm pleading. I've got a couple hundred hours that they're going to have to go through now. If they put this in front of a judge, guys, they're going to have to go back and look at all the streams. Irregardless, they can get more charges, or it is what it is. Let the cards lie where they fall. Let the evidence speak for itself. Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here trying to be a messenger for my son, and now I've stood in front of a loaded gun. These counties, I'm like I said, thank you, Father, for protecting me and my son. Thank you, Father, for protecting me and my son. Are not crooked. What is that? No place in Eastern Oregon, Washington County goes or not. What are you talking about? Hide behind. So, guys, please help me and call Lake County Sheriff's Office right now. Call the news. Now, this is serious. This just got real serious, guys. I know that, and it was already been. You guys, they already should have let Elijah off. This is ludicrous. It's over the top. It's over the top, guys. I'm tried. Why won't they look at this? I got to get an attorney for something that's easily a phone call. I've asked Kresha at the head of probation to look into this, and she's not done anything but tried to throw Elijah in jail. She's the one who's pushed forward with this. So please call Lane County and ask, why is Cresha Brunsman not called Tracy Warner? I've called the head of probation, guys, and left her messages. She will not call me back anymore. Nobody's called me today. Not one call. Not from the sheriff, not from Lane, not from Lake County. You, Tracy Warner, you're involved. Obviously, you're involved in this now, buddy. You want to talk? You want to talk, Tracy? You want to have a peaceful resolution? Never on this. Yeah, but the state was out here too, guys. The state is aware of this. State thugs, failure state police that drove by my house on my driveway, and I didn't shoot at them, and I could have protected my property, but I didn't. Drove by, didn't even stop and ask. And I'm asking that, you know, throwing my hands up, trying to get their attention. State failures. Freaking state police are failures. Absolute Oregon State failed this case. Insanity, guys. Yeah, call the state police and ask, why'd you drive by and not even check on that lady in that house? The state police failed this as well, guys. They came by as well. I've been having my house stocked. Binoculars, cops, all, you know, this is, but they won't do anything. See, they want dead people. They want dead people. They don't want to look at the evidence. I know what they want. They want violence. They want to shoot me and my son, guys. I know it. And I hope that's not how it ends. I've pleaded, if that's the way it goes down, they're going to shoot me. We're not going to shoot them. It's not going down. I've asked for nonviolence. I've asked for a peaceful resolution through communication, but not call from the district attorney who I called, spoke with and left left with a message with the secretary, left messages with, you know, Mr. Greer, the head, after speaking with Susie at community, who said, oh, well, this is before my time. I haven't worked there that long. I said, I know, this is older. So I spoke with guys. I made lots of phone. I actually gave yesterday to take off, not live streaming, so I can call all day and give them a chance to respond, guys. There has to be a dialect, like Mr. What's his name? Birch there. Oh, only one way sided there, Tracy. And yeah, all he was is being quiet, listening, and then he just well, it has to be. Thank you, George. Absolutely. And that's why I'm doing them, George, because it's in the cloud. See, as I'm saying, they can't get rid of this, George. What about all of us that were here? There's just stacks of evidence, but thank you for your testimony, George, that it needs to be saved, guys. This is all evidence. That's why I'm doing the live stream, is to document. There's literally 100 hours now on this case for them to go through. This is a massive case now, and it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying, by evidentiary purposes alone. I used to be a law enforcement officer myself. I know. There's a lot of, I've made sure there's a lot of evidence. Tire. Sadly, nonviolence is always drawn out of the tire complaints. Tire? What is tire? The invention of the wheel? What do you talk about there? Behind, hide behind? What do you hide behind? He said, don't hide your light. What flavor is that?
Coconut.
Well, it smells like his dude has one of those vaporizer pens, man. I smell like freaking it. We're drinking pina colada and getting caught in the. It's overwhelming, guys. I don't smoke cigarettes, so it doesn't bother me. I just know it doesn't. It's not unpleasant, you know. It's just like.
It's just kind of strong.
Because I don't smoke cigarettes, you know,
really
I'm smoking.
strong.
So I really, you walk past an ashtray, you can smell it. When you smoke cigarettes, don't smell the ashtray, you don't smell the smoke, but I don't smoke. So anyways, it smelled like I was back at the beach or something, you know. So, all right, guys, see, we're trying to have some normalcy out here, guys. The young man is, again, I'm pleading to everybody to call Lake and Lane County, more so Lake right now, because we are involved now. I think this is going to go, they'll probably come with some, I hope I didn't give them a reason, you know, to do that. I feel bad, but, you know, the lady wants a shower. She's been here 7 days. You accommodate her, you know, so this sucks, you know. And Norma says more herb, less me. So, but anyways,
At least I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
tired of, okay, yeah, they're trying to, I've been worn down. I haven't. I mean, like I got 38 minutes of sleep that one day because I live streamed till 4 and then stayed up till just because I couldn't wind down, and then 6 something, and then I got a call, somebody checking on Elijah because they called him, checking on him, couldn't call him. And so I'm like, oh, I know it. I can't not answer this phone. He already called him. If I don't, he's going to be worried. I got to answer this phone call. And I'm the guy I always talks your ear off, guys. And unfortunately, this is the guy who's like, man, this guy always talks. He cares a lot about Elijah, but he ended up talking my ear off. I got my taste of my own medicine. So anyways, he cares about Elijah. Why would I hang up? And hey, I didn't. I let him say his piece because he does with me too. He lets me speak my piece too, guys. And I'm always a man of not ever short for words. So I didn't fall short on, you know, if anything else, I got, my dad used to say, son, you got diarrhea of the mouth. It just keeps blowing out your mouth, you know, so never stops running is what he said. It's like diarrhea, it runs in the genes is what he used to tell me. But my dad was a strange character like myself. You know, guys, we try to, again, see what I'm saying? Let's have some normalcy here. We just want to be left alone like everybody else in this county. And this has got to be exposed now that this county is known for their thuggery. My attorney said that they do whatever they want out here, guys. Can you think about that? Can you think about what I'm saying? My own attorney, guys, said I to have Elijah out of there. Hey, Iceman, I'm selling that property. I'm probably gonna have to sell it to bail myself out or my son if we get. Oh no, man, I didn't want to do it, but I know if you're still looking, man, I don't know what to do here. I mean, we're not running. It's not what we're doing. We've never run. We've stayed here where it's at. We've asked for peace. We're just going to get a shower. Just go and get this lady a shower, man. It's been a week. She has not been able to have, you know, warm running water over her body, man. So this should have never happened. I should have been able to just drive in there. Oh, crap. Darn it, there's this shit. And happened to be Sam Birch of all. That's God, guys. That's God. That's God. I've had that happen too many times in my life to believe in luck at all. I believe that was one more tick or jot or tittle or whatever it is that God wrote in his will from the foundation of the world. It was going to never happen that way. I mean, we could have left 5 minutes earlier or 5 minutes later or whatever, you know. Yeah, right. So anyways, Robert. Yeah, right. Props to Robert on this tube. Not sure if he's still out here on the tube. So might be a channel may I want to watch. Talk about things unfolding and corkscrewing. It's a channel, guys. I'm a YouTube content creator, and I normally just minister the word of God, guys. That's what I love. It's what I got. I have my son. That's all I have in this world is him and his lady.
Used you as a bridge.
And so I'm going to stand up for a man, a righteous young man, because Elijah loves God too. And to have somebody support him, you know, his wife, and they've gone and read the word. I went over there, the interlinear Texas Receptus, and, you know, these things are important to have somebody who's equally yoked. So that's why I'm standing up for him like this, and for her too, guys. I'm sorry she's caught in the middle, but if she loses, that he lose her, she's alone for 5 fucking years, man. I cared about his last girlfriend, Adriana, and this is Adrian, okay? And I care about her just as much as I cared about her. For 8 years, he dated her, and he's been dating her since for many years. So she is my daughter, and I want to make sure she's taken care of. So, you know, trying to go get her a shower turns into all glory to God. Thank you, Father, for protecting us. That man was heavily armed, and he had a gun, and he didn't shoot us. So thank you, God. Thank you, Sam, for not shooting us.
You said he was in
Guys, they said they're watching the stream. I asked him, he was blinking his lights at me. So if they look at this for evidentiary purposes, if this goes down and we all get shot out here, I hope not. This is not some kind of Ruby Ridge, guys. That's not what's going out. Look back at this is so crazy that the day and age that we live in of 2024, that this is all being documented, that I'm majorly making. Look at all this evidence that's being streamed. Every second has to be reviewed. We're talking about a big case here, guys. So once again, I'll ask this county, stop your thuggery. Stop trying to railroad me and my son, and stand down and get his probation that he had already completed in this county, and not double jeopardy. And we will stand down from Kresha Brunsman, who I believe both of these people as well as I have a lawsuit because if I told her, go look at the proof and it's there, which we can stack multiple, I just showed you 30, and then she overworked him. And this is the head. How many other cases have overworked? How many hours is this being extorted by these counties, guys? I mean, this happens. I'm sure there's lots of cases. Like I said, guys, I bet you I can get lots of people that want to stand up out here to law enforcement, but they're scared of them. There's a reputation of that. Look it up. This has to stop, guys. This happens, guys. Yes, I know the system, it's supposed to be perfect, but it's not. The system has flaws. Cops go to jail every single day. Probation officers should be relieved of the head of probation if something came into her county on the release of the terms of all completion. Why would she ever allow that in the last 90 days? She should be able to look at 100 action plans and goes, why is this one the only one like that? Yeah, get 100 action plans, felons on supervised probation, and then get them down to where Elijah was at. Why? You're not going to see another one where they do all their community service at the end. This is bullshit, guys. Ryan Solberg needs to lose his job too. Elijah, you guys, I have more, and I have been able to. I have more emails again where Elijah's email, like before this, he emailed the court, said, please, before you revoke my probation, issue a warrant for my arrest, please call Lake County, please help me. You're there to. They don't do anything for them. I thought these people were there to help them get their risk assessment lowered and help them to get off. If there's evidence to prove to, they told him, oh, you go get it. You're on your own, Elijah. I've heard them tell him that. Oh, you go get it. What in the hell are you talking about? You go get it, Elijah. I thought these people were there to help him. Ryan Solberg really failed Elijah.
For a year straight. Oh, do it yourself. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. For a year straight, making me do it. Like I say, sitting here playing verbal ping pong back and forth.
Because see, once I got a hold of Koresha Brunsman, once they did this at 3 years. See, guys, what's crazy? Watch. At 18 months, Ryan Solberg never put anything on Elijah trying to ask. He went to, and the restitution got brought up, but no community service because it was already done, guys. They didn't see, this is too much, and now it's got to stop. 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 There's too much evidence, guys. So once again, I'm pleading, let's reset. All of it's got to go away. Everything that has transpired up in this moment, I don't care, the even forcing Elijah, I don't want to hear it. That would never happen. None of this would ever happen. Even and we will stand down for these they are lawsuits. I think, guys, again, and I don't want to sue anybody. We want to just go on with our lives. Elijah was trying to get off probation. What's going on? Why is that stream acting all weird?
Lagging a little bit.
And come out here and build a house. He's even going to move out into this county, guys, where he don't like it out of law. You don't know how to start. To have my say, son, he was going to move back to this county is proof because he's a guy. I said, like, you're just going to be left alone. Most people just come out here and leave people alone. But if you start acting up against the law, or they do things to go out and again extort people, look at this county. So maybe this county isn't as nice as I say, and I'm just kind of covering it. And yeah, they really are. There's things, and there are more cases. I'm just being a little biased because I do like it out here myself, and I don't give a shit what these people think. There are people who come out here. You guys, if you got money, you'll be left alone out. They'll leave you alone. I might extort you a little bit, but most of the time, it's anybody, whatever. It's how they work. It's how they work out here. So I'm trying to do the best I can to ask now, and I'm streaming. This is evidence, guys. They're not. If they come shooting or blaring or whatever, this will all of this will have to be looked at. They can't. We live in the digital age, guys. We live in the digital age. Why community service probation does not have a digital system at any time, anybody on probation, I don't care who they are, what offense they've committed, a detailed plan of their action plan and their community service hours. I mean, come on, guys. I've represented myself in a court of law on, my son. You have to have a parenting plan, guideline. There's certain procedures, guys, when you push this. I'm saying on these need to be walked through, and they're not doing any of this. They're not walking any of the procedures. They're just standing down and waiting to just throw somebody in jail. And I'm trying and pleading for communication. and resolution peacefully. And I'm worried because I know I'm a man of God. And he says, those who say peace and safety, sudden destruction will come. And so I'm not calling for that what in scripture, but I'm asking for Elijah to have his gold card, whatever they call it. I don't know what it's funny. I know all these. I think that's what they call it, or gold slip or something. There's something, guys, when you get done, which already Elijah did. See what I'm saying, guys? Watch. Let's go back to this. At 18 months, Ryan Solberg is very aware. So is my attorney. So now we're going to have more evidence. There's going to be more evidence. I can summons into a court of law. I can summons into a court of law my conversation with John Caligo, his attorney. Guys, remember Lake County, if you're listening, remember John Caligo? Remember dealing with him, guys, so he'll be serious. John's 484-1066. That's the number I'm going to call, and you're going to have to deal with John. I don't want to get him involved again. Remember when I got John involved last time, we got resolution. Let's do this without John this time, guys. We can do this, you and me, county. I'm involved. You just saw me tell my son, if you stop this fucking car, I mean, I was, I'm involved. I'm involved. And I've asked that, guys. They just want to ignore me. But you can't ignore me anymore, Laker Lane. You can't ignore me anymore, Crusher Brunsman. The whole world, as I said, I left her a message, guys, said, Crusher, the whole world's watching. They called your department all last night, all these last days, and your hard department down there, even the police department treated people horribly. This is all being live streamed. This needs to go away. We'll stop live streaming about this, and we'll just go back to preaching the gospel. Be peaceful people. And we'll let you know we're not believing because we're not afraid. That's why we come back here of the law. We are Elijah, person-on-person crime. He has a record, but he hasn't committed a crime since 2019. Come on, guys. Please. I mean, this is getting to be, I mean, any minute. What are they doing? Staging up now, getting ready to come with Bearcats, MRAP, shoot us now. I mean, come on, guys. Please call Lake County and tell them, you guys got to stop doing this. I showed you something that said Kresha Brunsman, the lady I spoke with, who is aware that Elijah did all his probation, who won't call his probation, who has and is aware of Ryan Solberg, because Elijah has spoken with both of those two in the same room about this situation. Both of them were in the same room. Guys, this is incredible how much evidence there is being piled and piled as I keep streaming and streaming and streaming and streaming to go against Kresha Brunsman, to go against Lily Frank, to go against Mr. Greer now, to go against anybody who was involved and did not interject in this situation because of the legality of the evidence, guys. So I don't know what to do here to do this, to get these people to communicate. Elijah will be released from probation or I will go to prison. You hear me? I'm not standing down. I will not give him up. I will not release him into your care. I don't care if you're a state agency, a federal agency. I don't care what agency comes to this house. I will not turn him over. He has not committed a crime. 2019, he had an offense and he did his time in jail. There were 5 people and he was the only one that went to jail. What the fuck is up with that, Lake County? Why didn't you lock your rapist, that man who violated a Hispanic woman and raped her high on methamphetamines in Texas that you released into this county, Tony Karsten? Why did you not put him in jail? He said he committed break-in criminal offenses and you never arrested him, yet you arrested my son and put him in jail. There were 3 other people that never went to jail. Why was my son the only one who went to jail? A whole year he spent nearly in this county here in jail. All of them did the same thing. Why is my son being treated different? This is why, guys, because I pointed this out from the beginning. They're criminal. Lily is a criminal. Lily Frank, I'm not afraid to point it. If I lose my life over this, but I've never asked for violence. I've talked to Lily. There's guys, you're gonna see me calling Lily. See, they can't not. They're gonna have, there's too much, guys. I have called Lily Frank, her probation officer, for facilitating his getting off probation and talking to her about getting off of probation and leaving the county. I've spoke with Lily Frank. I've left her messages to call me back as well, and she won't. What the hell, guys? What the hell is going? I said in his property crime, 5 guys. One was a rapist who raped a woman, and they did it, put him in jail, and they put my son in jail for a year. Whoa. None of the other guys went to jail. What? Incredible, guys. John Caligo is my attorney, and he got him out of jail, and he knows damn good and well that Elijah completed all his probation as well. Because I can summons a phone conversation at 18 months. Elijah had already completed it and was eligible for early release of probation because he completed all his terms except for the restitution, where it looked like they were pinning for all the restitution on Elijah. So I called my attorney. Why Ryan Solberg? Why Lily Frank didn't say anything on his action plan at 18 months? Did it not say one word about community service? Because it was done back here in Lake County. This has to end. No! It's got to end, guys. These people are going to come in and kill us to try to squash this little desert podunk, high outback Oregon desert town is going to come shoot all of us to get rid of this so we all shut up. Or this will be if that's the, or they'll stand down. I've given them options, guys, but the option I'm asking for is look at the evidence. It should speak for itself. It should speak for itself. Why be opinionated in the matter? I just showed you a thing that showed Elijah only had 30 hours in October, and he's done 100 since then. So please call Lake County right now and say there's a guy spitting evidence on there, and you guys are not doing anything. This is going to be a lawsuit on this county too, guys. I'm not even my main concern is that I went to the head of probation in Lane County over there and spoke, and I have conversations I could summons again into a court of law, her discussing, you got to get this taken care of, what you're doing. I've told Elijah just to continue. Maybe that's what I've told her, is I shouldn't have told her that because that's her feed. I said, well, Elijah will continue to so we can get this, but please, Lily, and I didn't beg her, but I said, please get this taken care of. I was involved in all of this, Lily. I was involved. Lily knows, Kresha knows, Kresha. I mentioned all this evidence, guys. Wow, how do they keep running from this? Sorry, my nose is running. So, but anyways, I'm beside myself right now. This got to stop. So we need to get, guys, I think we're gonna have to put more heat on them. If they don't come tonight, which they could, they get all their stuff together, I guess, whatever, but it's still going to come out. The evidence is still going to come out that Elijah completed almost 400 hours of probation. And if they do arrest me or my son, I will figure out a way peacefully, because I'll go peacefully. And I'm hoping my son does. I don't think he's going to, he knows whatever God's going to, I believe he will. I can't count for his actions, but he's a peaceful man. He hasn't done anything violent. He hasn't, but I don't know. He's facing 5 years in prison for something he hasn't, he's more than double jeopardy. So it's got to end, guys. See, the evidence is going to lie where, what's that? Yeah, he did everything times 2, guys, and that's double jeopardy. So I think that even if I go to jail, that Lily Frank will have a lawsuit, because I called her and asked her too. I said, Lily, come on. Remember, Lily, I talked to you. I've kind of, not space. There's so much more evidence, guys, that I've even seen.
That's Tago. He's just loving on her.
Okay. I said, Lily, you were there from the beginning and you know this. And so when this all came back, I called the head, and then I called Lily too and said, Lily, come on, remember Tracy Warner? You're going to remember this name. Now I was involved. Help me get that over there in Lake County. They say he's having some mix up with his hours. Lily, I was involved, Lily, so we can summon. There's more, guys. See, there's more. There's so much evidence that they're not going to not just look at. It's going to have to get looked at. This is going to become a pretty big case public. If they whack us and kill us, I'm sure there are people who will continue to push this story out, and the evidence will come out eventually that we were trying to peacefully out here for hundreds of hours live stream for communication, and they wouldn't. Again, I called the district attorney, I called Frank Greer, I called the community services. What's that? Jake Greer, who is the head, and Elijah knows him. That's what I'm saying. There's so much, guys. Think about this. All the phones that can be pinged. This is the digital age, guys. See, this is what's so crazy. As I think these people think they can run from the digital evidence. I have created and produced, because I am a prior law enforcement officer. I know when I call Lily Frank and say, look, Lily, you were in on this back then. Please call the county. If she doesn't do it, she failed to do her job too as well. That's a lawsuit against her. My son has been subject because of Lily. I called Lily Frank, his probation officer. Lily will know my name, guys. I've been to see Lily in person. I've looked Lily in her eyes, guys. See what I'm saying, guys? This is crazy. It's by the will of the Father, so I ain't tripping. Hey, see that? Yeah. So, guys, I'm going to do anything I can to protect my son. I hope they don't come tonight with their guns and kill us all. I've pleaded for peaceful resolution. You know, I will protect that woman right there. I will stand. Me and my son will protect her. I guarantee you. I'm getting behind her and you get behind in front of her. You do not let them shoot her. You understand? You protect her head more than anything. You understand? They come here.
She's always my biggest concern.
I don't want this lady to get hurt, guys. Either. So what a dilemma to be in. Oh no, I'm just gonna let him not get to spend any time with him before he could potentially go for 5 years. You know, I feel that if I'm charged criminally because I kept her here, that at least she got to spend time with her husband before and he'll get out, guys. The evidence, Elijah's not going to be put in prison for 5 years. So should I just surrender? No, this can be done with all of that. Well, I don't need to go in front of no freaking judge. The judge already signed, I want this to be solved peacefully. There's massive amounts of evidence. And when this is done this way, then there's no lawsuits. We'll stand down. We'll go away. Actually, I have plenty of land and I'll stop by. Actually, these cops had me being such, hard on them out here because I audited them First Amendment and stuff. I'll just go, I'll just be a good, person out here. And I'm not saying I'm going to stand down and not just allow tyranny to be, but I won't file any lawsuits and I wanted to just build a house with
if they come bring me my certificate, let me just exist in my life and do my things that I want to do legally, righteously do the things I'm supposed to be doing as a person, then yeah, I won't sue anybody. Because I promise you, if they come out here and and they take me, it's over for them. I'm going to make this, everybody who's been involved in my
There's
case from the
too
beginning
much hours,
is
guys.
going to get it.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. It's a matter of legally, guys. This is logistics.
Seriously, all legally. Ryan Sober, Kresha, it would probably pull
Elijah has pleaded to Ryan Sober and with Kresha in the same room.
Dan too, because Dan's negligence as well.
There's so many people, guys, that
he's not even in probation.
That have been told about this case, and nobody wants to do anything about it.
He couldn't even produce me any hours or anything and show me anything, and he's not.
And I do want to bring up the fact that I think that maybe this is meant to be because the system is flawed, guys. There's nothing set up in either of these counties that's digital. Do you understand? I want to bring that up. I don't like digital but digital has some benefits, guys. You can tie it to a block, correct? Like a blockchain, like a cryptocurrency. So everything could be digitally tracked and traced. I know how this works. I'm a law enforcement officer. I've designed a system to make sure that people who had too many tickets were in an agency where they weren't doing that. They didn't stop for a second. They weren't creating a system that could kick out people who had too many violations. There's this process here, guys, that the system needs to go. And I'm saying none of this is being done in this fashion. Okay. None of this. And so that's what I'm saying. The evidence should already have been looked at long ago, but nobody wants to look at that. They just want to run it through their own system, which out here is the Billy Bob. We do what we say, what we want.
Right, that's what I was saying is that every time I got picked up by the community service guy out here and went and did community service, it was all written down on paper at the end of the day by that gentleman.
Right. Paper. Are you freaking serious? So I'm going to request we will stand down. Okay. Tracy gets taken. His son's. Okay, cool. Thank you, lady. Blessings. But guys, I think maybe this could be something that could happen. I do think that Lily or excuse me, that Kresha Brunsman should lose her job because she is the head of probation.
So, you know,
And I want to know why we live in 2024, why not every single thing is tracked. And listen, I want action plans now too. Listen to me, guys. That could be done digitally. I don't want to hear excuses. The paper receipts are a thing of the past. So should be paper action plans. That should all be documented digitally as well. That way I could have gone back and looked at all this, seen that, see? Because what, you think they're going to give a paper all there? Where's all those paper files of his action plan?
I have a lot of them.
Oh, wait, what if we do have action plan reports when they don't say any probation on or any community service?
I do. I still have a lot of them.
See what I'm saying, guys? There's mounds of evidence to prove that Elijah has already done. Why would I call my attorney at 18 months and say, okay, what do we do? Elijah already completed this. He knows because he was involved in that case. That's what I'm saying. This county is just stupid as shit, guys. I mean, I don't mean to cuss, but John Caligo was involved in the case. So he's the one that I called that knows Elijah already completed his community service hours, and at 18 months called him and said, John, I got to get this restitution squared up. You know, why are they pinning it all on him? It looks like he's paying it all. And it was like 9, 10, or 7 or 8. I don't know. I don't know. It was something I couldn't afford. Think about this, guys. Think this came down to money. If I would have had the money right then and paid that off for Elijah, this wouldn't be happening today at all. What is going on here, guys? Yeah, see, now listen. Hear me. Stop, world, and listen to what I'm telling you. I'm a father that cares about his son, and I know what I'm talking about here. Why at 18 months? I want to see the action plan at 18 months. Where's the community service on there? It's not. That's why he was eligible for early release. That's why I called my attorney and talked to him about the restitution, guys. This is overwhelming evidence. Overwhelming evidence. Now to sink both these counties and all these people, if they do anything, if they come in here, guys, even if they try to go after my son now for me forcing him, and he didn't speed, he didn't. He drove on the public roads, 55 miles an hour down that road, which was turned in the driveway. We have a dusty driveway, so it, you know, the dust, but by then we're not hurting anybody. No. So he didn't do anything. He hasn't hurt anybody. He hasn't by the force. And you know, I was already filming him by then. You should see me when I stick my phone around. Is Elijah driving crazy? No, I told him, do the speed limit. When we saw the cop, I said, Elijah, just go home. We were so disappointed. I'm like, are you serious? The cop just turned in where I'm trying to take the woman to get her shower. I said, just turn around. Let's go home. So we turn around, which is the first driveway from where we made the left to turn where it's the first driveway up there at the Mountain View. It's a half mile or something up the road. He turned in there. I was like, just turn around. So we turned around at that first driveway. We went home and we made a right. And then he made a right. And I think he sped up behind us and got up behind us at that point. We didn't, you know, he said, just turn around. And he went inside the Mountain View trailer park where we were going. I'm like, how the hell is that even? See, I think that must be it. They must be watching us and knew that we were taking a shower. See, that's what's so crazy. See, I know that they must see how they did that. See how they did that? They're watching us, guys. See, they're watching us. I said I'm going to go take her a shower, and they're happened to drive by at the same time, guys. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, he turned around. He made the right. We went, I don't know, we got about, because I'm 5 miles from the road. He got about 4 miles. And he followed us for 3.5, 4 miles. And he didn't, Elijah doing the speed limit. And I was like, okay, maybe it is. But Elijah does have an expired tag. So maybe that's what he turned the lights on. But at that point, I said, Elijah, don't you fucking dare stop this car. Don't you dare. And I immediately went live, guys. You know, and I'm screaming at him, don't you dare. And he's like, Dad, you know, we can talk to him. And I know his lady was a little stressed. I don't remember her saying anything. It was a little panic, guys. Because they're going to put him in a rape cage for 5 years if they get him. I'm just supposed to just surrender him? Fuck you, man. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Would you let your son be given up to a pack of wolves to be eaten anally, maybe? You guys, I know but I'm serious. These things could happen. 5 years in prison when he'd already done. Does he deserve prison when he'd already done all his terms? See this what I'm saying, guys? There are lawsuits that will be filed in this case. If you lock me and my son up, you have my word now. You'll go peacefully. We have people that will support her. You know that. Will you go peacefully? I'll go peacefully. He goes peacefully. I'll go. We'll beat this case. I'll do it to keep myself alive for her. If he even dies, I'll stay alive for her so that I can take care of her. She's my daughter. I'll take care of her. I don't give a shit what he does. I can't. I've always told him, you got your own way to the Father, son. So he can do what he wants on that case, right? But if me, I'm not going to have him just surrender his life and allow this to all just go away. They deserve to have their life back, man. She went for 60 hours at least with him. So Kresha Brunsman should be put in jail, guys. If you just saw me show you the email that said he had 30 hours, his balance was 30 hours, and he has done 100 cents. What the hell is going on here? Why are they after him? Why was his probation revoked? Call Lake County, please, guys. This is getting, I don't know. I mean, I wish I had a bigger channel, and could reach more people now, and I didn't because it wasn't about that. It was always just, I'm a man of God. I told you, Elijah and his girlfriend just last 3 years just left the world alone. Like I said, he's like me. He works hard. He's got greasy fingernails from working on cars all day, and he washes his hand. But I mean, he's an honest man. His hands are dirty because they work. They make honest money. He fixes cars up and puts modifications and
Prepare for the world.
So they leave you. They don't bother nobody. They've never had any, I don't think, any complaints in their renting, and they live really close.
Our neighbors love us.
Yeah, they don't bother their neighbors, and
Yeah, we go over there and give them salsa and all sorts
yeah,
of
they're
stuff.
good people. These are good people. And I don't mean to go there, but she goes to work and pays taxes.
Yeah, my neighbor's a good dude.
They're good
I like my other
citizens. He's
neighbors
been
too.
a
They're really good
role
people.
model. You guys, could you be any more of a role model citizen? Jump through this hoop. Take that, you piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. Go over it. Because that's how they treat you. You're a piece of crap. You're a piece of crap. You're a piece of crap. You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous, guys. How they're treated is just ping pong ball. Like I told you, go over here, do what we say. Have you ever spoken with anybody in probation? They speak to you like you're some kind of low-level pond scum. Drain the swamp. I hate to break it. You are the swamp on this case. So I seriously think that robots could do a better job than these people who work for these positions. I think they would apply a better solution, because they get all, don't raise your voice to me. Oh, how about I raise my voice to a robot and it don't give a crap. It just still produces when I'm only passionate so you get hung up on because you have a little bit of passion, and you got to be, listen, a probation officer is just like a cop. Somebody works if you raise your voice, you're done. You're done. That's it. You can't even have any passion in your voice, or that's it. You get shut down. Just try it.
I almost think probation officers get more power hungry than cops.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They like talk down, try to talk to them. And I'm serious, guys. I do not. You can sit there and let them talk. You can talk for a moment. Now watch. I bet you I can record many, and you guys, that guy's right. You can talk to them for 3 or 4 minutes and let them know, okay, look, I'm not on probation. Please don't talk to me like that. I'm not a criminal. I'm not, and it doesn't matter. You should never, but please don't treat me like I'm on probation. I'd like to just talk to you and have a normal conversation. Okay. I know you have a job, but then you let them start talking. And they will say to you in the middle of their conversation, do not interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. It was almost like Sam said, you're only allowing this to be one-sided. And I know I did one time because I went back and watched the live stream, but he just sat there and, do you agree, Sam? Yeah, he did. But do you think he wrote anything down? Do you think he ever wrote any of that down, any of that evidence? And then he cut me off and wouldn't even listen to all the evidence. All Sam needed to hear is that Elijah had completed all his probation back here and get that cleared up with Lily, with Greer, with Dan. There's another person I know that was involved. Wait, maybe that was Lane County. Elijah, how about all the people that Elijah did and painted all the buildings? Elijah we could bring in witnesses for all the work that Elijah did out here. Remember, these people forgot that all those people did work with Elijah too on those days, and Elijah King members and those people. See what I'm saying? This is crazy, guys. there's just so much mounds. I mean, if it was a case and I got an attorney involved, they're done. They're done. The evidence is just enormous. Speaking of enormous, you know what I'm saying? It's overwhelming. So I think it's time for both these candidates to stand down and realize that a mistake was made. And actually, I do really believe that Lily should be looked into, and I do believe that Gresha should be relieved of her job. If she's the head of probation, how does she not know that Elijah's were released? The whole thing for it to be facilitated into her county was that the probation need done. She's a scam artist, dude. I guarantee you that woman's not doing this. How in the hell would you spring 133 hours on somebody in their last 3 months? Remember, if you put 100 action plans, Elijah's would probably be the only one. That's not a thing. You pay for your interest on the front side of the loan. Remember, you do your community service. They don't let them wait until the end. This is insanity. This is overwhelming evidence. Overwhelming evidence, guys. Overwhelming. It's mind-boggling. Almost as mind-boggling as, you see the cop sitting in my driveway right there. And
Did you
what
see
did
that lady in red comment right there?
if you want to
How you was. Gonna know you Stramford. He didn't see you. Said he was your neighbor and lived down the road.
Cool. Hallelujah, guys. Thank you, lady. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you checking in on that. I spoke with that gentleman and let him know that we're trying to do the best we can. He's worried about us too. So, guys, I thank you guys. I don't know how to make this go away for me. Not like that. I mean, I'm going to go peacefully if they come after me, and I hope my son does, and I know we can beat this, but why does this even have gone this far? So I know it's God. I know it's God. I know it's God, guys. I know it's him. So, but I still have this flesh to look after. I still have this young man who's gone by the rules. Give unto Caesar what unto Caesar. He got in trouble and he did what he was supposed to do, right? He did.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to touch you.
No, he did what he was supposed to do. He did his crime and he did the time. I told you 5 guys got arrested, guys, and Elijah's the only one who went to jail. Did you hear what I said? 5 of them were involved in this particular theft of property. And Elijah's the only one who went to jail for like 10 months, guys. Do you hear what I just said? And one was a rapist, guys. It actually took me to get them to stand down out here to say, I'm going to go take that guy's life. It doesn't matter. I don't care about your stupid contract. You're going to lose it either way. You're going to lose your money. I'll just go take his life. And I don't want to, but you're forcing you're going to let my son just go to prison. I called my attorney, John Kliegel. We can summons this with the same county and said, you better stand down. That's a rat. He's a rapist. I've been telling him the whole time, guys, I can summons record of me warning them about Tony Karsten and this ring that they were running out here through this rapist. This is the poorest county in Lake County is the poorest county, guys. There's more sex offenders, pedophiles, rapists, murderers in this county because they get released like this Tony Karsten, who was raped a Hispanic woman in Texas and was given a 25-year sentence. He robbed and raped her, and he was high on methamphetamines. And they released him into this county on a contract, guys. He served 13 years, and he brought 4 teenagers in on charges of this ring of supposed, he's very criminally masterminded man. And I went after him, guys, and I went after Tom and Lily and said, I know you're running this rat. How could you do this? You can strong arm a lot of people, but the evidence here will speak for itself too. You got a bunch of 19, 18, 20 teenagers pretty much running with this rapist, and he's lying. That's why I got onto him, guys, because he was telling people his offense was different. That's why I caught on to him. He is, Iceman. That's what I'm saying. That's why they're giving Elijah hell out here. It's because of me pointing out that they're running a ring of these criminals that are out here on a contract. And to see if they would have charged Tony Karsten, even though Tony Karsten admitted to criminal breaking in, he should have been charged immediately and sent back to Texas, where he would have served out the rest. That's what happens if you violate your parole, which he did by, now he wasn't did in front of a judge and convicted of that offense. So he brings him in, gets him on the charges. They take plea agreements and they let him go. See, in this case, they got Elijah and it didn't stick because I was like, hey, fuck you, man. Why in the hell is he in jail? And these other guys, I want equal justice. I don't give a shit if my son's guilty or not. I'm not here to care if he's guilty or not. There's record of me saying this over and over. I don't give a shit what you're talking about. I want equal justice for all of them. If my son's wrong, then throw him in jail. But produce evidence on him first. You've got none. I have seen not a stitch of evidence on him. Some hearsay, but I don't see any physical evidence. I don't see any eyewitnesses. I don't see physical evidence. I see a lot of hearsay. You guys see how bad I've got, and I know by God. So guys, if I'd have just shut up, this would probably Elijah. No, I stood up. And I pointed out that this rat, Tony Karsten, rapist, who was run through Lily, Frank, and Tom, the sheriff out here, they're all in on this, guys. They are. They said, I just came down the road after them trying to stop my son, and I would not let him stop. Came home, let them out. We didn't speed. We were doing the speed limit, so nobody was hurt. We have it all on video. I was live streaming and came home, and I'm not going to let them take him and put him in prison. So I asked and was live streaming and showing you the sheriff and asked him if he was watching, and he was flashing his lights at me. So yes, they are watching. So when I show you a thing that says that he only had 30 hours of probation left by the head of probation in October of 2023 at 7:19 a.m. from the head of probation saying he had only 30 left to go, his balance, and he's done 100 left, why in the hell are we still doing this? Lily is a criminal. Tom is a criminal. I've already pointed this out, guys. Tom has been known to possibly kill his partner out here. There were 2 deaths out here, guys, involving law enforcement. See, Tom runs methamphetamines through the airport. Shh, Tracy. No, people know that in this town, guys. His car is parked. His sheriff's car is parked out in front of the methamphetamine dealer that he runs it through. See what I'm saying, guys? And people know that out here. It's criminal. These guys are literally criminals out here, and they get away with it. See, they don't like people like me. Shut up, Tracy. You're going to lose your life over that. I'm not worried who can take my flesh. Worry about no man that can take your flesh. Worry about can take your soul. My judgment will come when I leave this meat suit. I'm not afraid to die, but I'm not calling for violence at all, am I? I'm just not, I understand what the law is, that I'll be judged by the law that I go by. So that's how I'm acting. You live by the sword, you die by that sword. And so that's not a sword of violence. That's a sword of belief that divides a household. The sword of division, where one believes and the other doesn't. So I know what law that I'm protected by. And I know that my son, he goes by God's law, but then he's God by Caesar, man's law, and done everything he was. See, God protects me and says, point out these criminals in the book of Ephesians 5. Be not partakers. Ephesians 6, principalities, power, spiritual wickedness, and the rulers of the darkness of this world. Ephesians 5, for we wrestle not against flesh in Ephesians 6. And then Ephesians 5 again says, be not partakers in their unfruitful works of darkness, yet expose them. 6, principalities, power, spiritual wickedness, and the rulers of the darkness of this world. These are these people who are harassing me and my son now. I've asked before it ever came to this days ago for them to stand down, and then they send the state police by my house, who are never out here. I've been out here 10 years. I don't know if I've ever seen the state police come down my driveway. See how off this is, guys? It's a little windy out here. So, it's the solar panel out there, guys, hitting the other side of the, something's rattling on the, so I don't know how this is going to end, but I hope it ends peacefully without any violence, because that's what I've called for. And I have now documented hundreds of hours probably of evidence So you got to look through Lake County. And if they're watching this, how could I sit there and show you now in this stream that Elijah only had 30 hours and he's done 100? Why do they continue to push? Or why do they continue not to do anything? See, nothing has been done. One phone call. Let's see if this is the... Oh. 1 second, guys. I got to pause the stream. You're driving and the cops were behind you, but you were just... you're just driving. It's kind of funny. He said... So, but he saw it because his house is up on the road, and he just called, guys. Asking if we were okay. He's like, what was going on there? You know, so he's a little taken by it. And so I told him, he's like, that sucks, man. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, I can't, by the glory of God. He just didn't understand. He's just like, because he said it was so weird, because normally when you see a cop and he's like, they're speeding off, he's like, you guys were just driving, you know. So I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm a little beside myself why this has gone this far, but I know this has to be, I keep needing to remind myself and keep telling him, you know, that this is of God. We're both God-fearing men. We fear God. And this, I already presented enough evidence, if they're watching, guys, that they should be working on getting this. I mean, now it's 6:13 and nobody called. I got no missed calls. I got not a call from Lily Frank. I got not a call from Greer. I got not a call from Ted. I called the district attorney yesterday, too. I asked to request to speak with the elected sheriff, Michael Taylor. I've been requesting to speak to Michael Taylor about this crooked police department out here. Well, if he's the sheriff, that's who you communicate if you have problems within his. I have live streams, guys, of that. I have live streams. I have phone calls and then live streams. So you have phone calls of me calling, and they sent out Sam Birch out here and another deputy. That's on TikTok, remember? Requesting to speak to them about this crookedness that's going on out here about Mr. Tom, remember? Hey, Tracy, right? The sergeant out here, the deputy, he's just a deputy. I need the elected sheriff. If there's some kind of corruption within the police agency, you'd probably want to speak with the sheriff, right? The elected Michael Taylor, but he won't come talk to me. Michael Taylor's never called. I think you could summon his duty phone number, and I've left messages on Michael Taylor's number, hit voicemails. I've called the sheriff's office probably 100 times asking them to have Michael Taylor call me. See what I'm saying, guys? This is just so much evidence. It's unbelievable. It's like I'm living in would somebody pinch me? Because this can't be really happening. It's like I'm in some kind of weird movie that's like an action thriller, sci-fi. Well, there's no such thing as space. So anyways, not that kind of, we're not going all, this is reality TV, right? As best as it gets right here, right? This is the law that we live by, right? These people do not care, and they do this to a lot of people. So imagine if they're doing this to me. That's why I stand up, guys. I stand up for the next guy that this could happen to. Even if I lose, it's the price that I'll pay so the next person can not have to pay that. I'm a veteran, so I don't want to hear it. Case closed, right? So enough is enough. Stand down. They were watching it. Why are they still continuing? This should not have to go till the morning. This should happen tonight. This is like an emergency thing now, right? Wouldn't that be? Wouldn't you think I'd have gotten one call today? You guys have done a bang up job at just calling for the last few days. Probably hundreds of calls have been made from around the world, guys, not just America, but other countries are aware of what's going on here too. And now they're aware of that too. And if they're aware of all this and they say they're watching this, because that's when they called to say they were watching the stream, how come nothing has been done? I have an open bag of those in the car.
These are mine.
But I have an open bag. You can mine. No, they're already open. Okay. Okay. So I don't know what to do to get him to, but I won't give up my son. I will not turn him over to the police department. I will not allow him to turn his police over. Nor will I allow him to stop a car. If I'm in that car, which is not going to stop. No way. And be turned over when I have all the evidence to prove otherwise. So I was just trying to live a normal life, man, with my son. like I said, hadn't heard anything from him today. I'm like, well, let's go get this woman a shower. You know, she needs to bathe herself. It's been a week. We haven't heard anything from him. And then as soon as we go up there, they're sitting right, you know, they have to be listening to everything. So that's what's incredible. That's the only way that he had to be up there is because they have to be watching. And they said that they are. See what I'm saying? But they're watching, but what are they doing? I have lawsuits too, guys, irregardless of what I've done. Because I think my actions are completely with the rest of my son, the rest of her, the citizen arrest I made to make sure she's safe from these these jackboots who don't want to do nothing but put their tyrant down on you guys. I live in a town where they're known for being quite thuggery out here. I told you, I called my attorney. He's like, if he was in any other county, Tracy, I could have him out, but that county just does what they want out there. How long is this can continue? How long are these guys going to be able to keep doing this? That is their reputation out here.
No, not at all. No. But it's food.
It's got to stop, guys. Even I'm pointing out that Gresha, the head of probation, does not care about people who are on probation, about getting them off probation. If she cared, then we would find in her duty phone a call to Lake County and a conversation we can summons in a court of law, right? Her communicating with Lily, her communicating with Mr. Greer, her communicate with anybody. Is there been any calls? No, there was arrest made and judges over there to have him signed off to have him arrested. Gresha Brunsman is a criminal. She is a criminal. I don't know how she didn't call me. I told her, let's get this settled, Gresha. Remember, we've talked before for lengthy conversations, and I told you my son had already just called and we can get, and she didn't do anything but make him work more hours. This is insane. This is like, guys, I'm hoping this becomes a national case. I'm hoping this becomes a national case and they set a precedent for people who are on probation so that they have to do digitally now. They have to move everything. So things like this can't happen. And then have paper too, if you want to back it up. But this should all be digital. I should be able to request it at any time. This in the system should show Elijah has done 300, but they don't keep track of it. So it's all just, well, he writes it down over here. This is the duty, and they write it just like so I'm demanding the only way that I will release this young man is when he has a certificate showing his hours were done back there and he's released from probation, a gold slip, whatever you want to call it. He's done. He's done. No more. And I will work with you. I will take from my time to try to figure something out. I'll work with the state. I'll work with the county. I'll work with probation. I'll give my time to make sure that any future probationary goes on and is digitally tracked and traced, everything they do. That's the way it should be anyways. All their hours, which they're working for community service here at Food for Lane County. Over here, they're getting on a bus. They're going and picking up trash on the side of the road. They go over here and paint this county building. They should all be traced. You should be able to look at everything in their account. Every action plan should have, from the beginning, digitally seeing what it is that these probation officers are doing. So there could be record. This is like auditing, guys. This is no different than auditing our First Amendment, using that right to audit our public officials so that we make sure they're doing their jobs. This is, I believe, how this has been able to get away from you guys, I've had so many people come in on streams and go, I've been on probation and this happened to me. This happens a lot. I think this is how this system helps feed like the system itself, guys. I mean, if you can get somebody kind of crooked at the top that does this and allows this to happen, then they can keep feeding. Nope, you're not done yet. Oh, where do those hours go? And then what? You're going to have to do what the fuck you're told. If you're on probation, you're going to shut the fuck up and jump through here if you hear it, because these people treat you like dog shit. And I apologize for my cursing, but that's how they treat you. Like you're some kind of second-class citizen. And if you don't think so, call these people at these agencies and you will see they will treat you. You know, I do believe now, too, that we now have with Sarah, and I don't think Sarah's afraid from Texas. We don't have any problems with Sarah. She said she'll be here for the trial or whatever if we go, and I believe that woman will be here. Just sitting there at that, but it is what it is. Okay, so, but she said, guys, she said that she got on the phone with the chief of police, and this will be able to be summons of Lane County, Oregon, and he called Elijah's wife a slut. That's defamation of character, brothers and sisters. The chief of police in Lane County called on a public phone when she was calling in, called Elijah's wife a slut. She was very upset, guys. After that happened, she didn't let up, guys. That woman started calling, going on Google, getting all kinds of other. She was very, very displeased on how that police department. She said, I can't believe these people are cussing me out. Other people have been called, Lake County have been cussed out. All you have to do is call and say, I'm calling about what's going on with Elijah. Click. They'll hang up on you guys. They won't. This is thuggery at its finest. So let's help the probationaries, because yes, people make mistakes, guys. People make mistakes. We're all sinners. We're all make mistakes. But if you do the time, it should all be digitally documented. And I think that's the downturn on this case. So if you want to make it, just come tonight. Come arrest us. I will assure you, I'll hold my son down. I won't let him. I'm stronger than him. I'm older than him, but I'm fucking twice as strong as him. Oh, yes, I am. I'm a strong man. I won't let him go anywhere. You know what? I'll tell him, just like my dad told me, you can beat me up when you're older than me, son. And you don't want violence. That's what I'm saying. I'll keep him from going violent. So come tonight. Let's get this done and out of the way, guys. Come on. Let's just do it. Let's put us in jail. Let's get this going, or let's get a resolution. Otherwise, I'm going to keep streaming every single day, and I'm not going to give him up. And so what are you going to do? Come in here and shoot us? I don't want violence. You heard my son plead like for his life. You heard him. I've never heard my son. I could hear I've never heard my son talk like that. I heard like a not a flutter in his voice, he was pleading for his fucking life is what I heard. Okay, I don't know the word for it, but that's what I can tell you right now. It sounded like he was scared out of his mind, and he was asking them, pleading, please do not come down this driveway with guns. What I've had to witness my son and his wife go through is incredible, guys. I told you, these are good as citizens. For the last 3 years, Elijah's done nothing. Good neighbor. She's a tax paying, does a good job, pays her taxes, does what she's supposed to do. This is incredible, guys. It's just overwhelming that they've even had to go through what they've gone through in the last year. Because Elijah's probation was extended for a whole nother year. So he's had to continue this tirade of, no, you did this, call them. Guys, Elijah has too. I haven't showed it, which I should. Emails pleading the courts to help him. And all the courts do, oh, he's not doing nothing. They don't. This is criminal. Okay, we can 100% document that Elijah's done at least 100 hours since that 30 that he needed done. So why did they ever issue the warrant for his arrest? See why I stepped in? See why I called Lane County and said, if you issue a warrant or you go further with this, I'm going to step in and not let you have him because I already called. What you're doing is already illegal. You already threw him in jail once. Now I'm pissed. That's why I'm not going to let you ever throw him in jail again. He never should have served. He could have served. He never violated his probation. Not one PV, no at traffic offenses. I don't believe he's ever been speeding. Okay. And nothing. And again, and then he's going to get a probation violation where they can give him 1, 2, or 3 days. Crescia gives him the maximum, guys. There's a personal vendetta, guys. Oh, no, there's never happened. Are you telling me that all these people I just told you are doing their job and they're some kind of saints? No, they're not. They're criminals. I just gave you all the evidence to prove so. You let a man talk to you and tell you, hey, there's the evidence, look at it, and then knowingly double work, that's an indentured servant to the system is what they've made him, a slave. A slave. Yes, they've slaved him into the system, and now they want to throw him in a rape cage. Would you let your son get thrown in a rape cage after being enslaved double the time? Double jeopardy, double the time. He just put his head down and started doing. And there's videos or documentation of me calling my attorney going, hey, I want to make sure Elijah's, going to be able to do this with this restitution, but I can't figure out this restitution, John. Looks like they're sticking it all on him. He's already done all these hours. you know, these eligible, this is crazy. It looks like he's like, no, where are all this evidence going to go? Just so they're going to have to come kill us. We will go peacefully, but they're going to have to come kill us, guys, to make all this evidence go away, is what I'm saying. Irregardless now, it just keeps stacking up every day. And I want you to think about this. Every hour that I stream, we've been on here for 3 hours now. That will have to be looked at in these cases. If they choose to come in here with guns a-blaring and take me or my son into custody, all this evidence now, we're talking about how many hours have we streamed, will have to be considered. So this is evidence. I'm asking you one more time, Lake County. You said you guys are streaming this. You see how much in the hook they are, guys? They said they're watching this. They already called saying they are watching the stream. I don't know why they don't call. They could have called today. They could have called yesterday, but they won't. So anybody in the room, you think they're going to come with guns blaring and kill us? You think that's what they want? I mean, what is the resolution? You guys have anybody been watching this stream? Share the stream out, guys. This is probably the most exciting stream on YouTube right now, just to help it push it out to other people so we can get other people calling.
You see this little boy over here trying to play with pistachios, play fetch with pistachios?
Nice.
We don't have his ball.
So I'm pleading to the system to look at the evidence, and you'll see it should be plenty of evidence to let this go. Settle. I want a settlement. I want to settle this peacefully. Please, can we settle this, Lake County? Lily, Ted, the district attorney. Again, thank you, Sam, for not shooting me. You know, some of you guys are bloodthirsty thugs. And I said, please do your job. I asked you to do your job when we spoke on the phone, right? And remember, Sam, I asked you that day here in front of my house to get the elected sheriff. Remember, I have that on video. Sam, how come you didn't go talk to him personally? You're like a public servant. Hey, there was this guy. He's been meaning to talk. What's going on, Sam? How come you didn't go get Sheriff Taylor and you're a public servant, right? You do your job. You have any personal, what is that, above you or over your head or something? You couldn't have gone and talked with Sheriff Taylor. Hey, there's a residence up here in North Lake where I'm a police officer. He's got some, you couldn't do that for me, Sam? How long ago was that, Sam? Sam, I asked to speak with the elected sheriff for how long ago? God, I think that's been almost a year ago, and nobody would come even since then, huh?
Would it be appropriate to say, Sam, I am?
What do you think, you're a god, Sam, I am, or something? Come on. You want to do it in a box? We're over here boxed in. Come on, being peaceful. Nobody's being violent. Notice we just drove home. Drove down the road. Didn't endanger anybody. Did the speed limit, pulled off the road, dusty road. Sorry about that, Sam. Sorry about your car. If the car got it's. You've been down this driveway before. You know this driveway is silty. You've been down this driveway. You know about this driveway. This is a known. Everybody's driveways out here are silty. I live at the very edge of the. So when we pulled down the driveway, when he was behind us, But anyways, that we were on our own public. That we're on the public road at that time. So sorry you have to go wash your vehicle, Sam. You got to do your job. How about not worry about washing your vehicle and calling Lily? How come he didn't call Sheriff Taylor? I've talked with Sam personally here and have video. Remember, Sam, please, I've been trying to get Sheriff. Why did they send you out here? I'm not trying to talk to you. I was trying to talk to, can you get Sam got a mouthful when he got here about, I want to talk to Sheriff Michael Taylor. I don't want deputies. How's this, guys? I call Lake County Sheriff and say, I want to speak to Sheriff Taylor. Don't send any deputies out here, please. Don't waste my time and don't waste their time. And they still send out deputies. No Michael Taylor, guys. I have tried to conversate with the elected sheriff in this county now and have documentation as well for more than a year. This is more evidence, guys. This is not going to go away. Lake County, stand down. Stand down, Lake County. Stand down and let's take care of this peacefully. I want to continue to be a resident in this county. I have land here. I own land. I've never bought land anywhere else. Please let me live my life. my son wants to build a house here too. So eventually, have a life here as well. He's not going to run from you guys. He didn't run. We came here. I took him from going and turning himself in. I took him from, no. We're back in the area where the warrant was issued. We didn't go to some other county. We came here trying to settle it, guys. See, the evidence going to prove itself too. We didn't run, correct? We didn't run. We came right back home, right? Just now, we didn't run. We came right back home, right? We didn't go somewhere else. We came right back home. And when I found out, like I said, so we're staying here, Elijah. We're going to get this. You're not going and turning yourself in. No way. We're getting this taken care of. We're not going to run from this. We have the evidence. I've told them that from the beginning. So that is more evidence that nobody's running. Nobody's absconded. Nobody's run anywhere. We're trying to settle this. This shouldn't go. This should have been done days ago, weeks ago, months, and even years ago, guys. This all could have been settled, but they don't want to look at it. They just want to keep hammering and making Elijah do more work. And he did. What an honorable young man to put his head down and not go crazy, but to do what you're told and do what he was told. Cool. It's good to know that Elijah has a lot of people that care for him, guys. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm stepping in front of this loaded gun, guys. Elijah did his time. He's not perfect, guys. He made a mistake. In 2019, Elijah was convicted of not a person-on-person crime, but a property crime, guys. Not a violent crime. And he did his time. He served 10, almost 11 months, guys. And those other 5 guys didn't serve any time. None of them, guys. There's so much evidence here. I feel so bad for this young man and his wife. They don't deserve this. That's why I am willing to put myself out there to see that this comes to justice. Even like in Elijah's case, guys, when he got arrested, I said, I don't care if my son's guilty, throw him in jail. I want equal justice for them all. I don't want this This is crazy. How is he the only one in jail? How is this Tony Karsten a rapist and he's not been convicted? He admitted to a criminal act. But remember, Tony Karsten never went to jail. Guys, this is deep. I remember too, guys, I don't mean to bring this up, but I remember Elijah's mom. There was these arrowhead things, okay, that Tony had, and Robin is very knowledgeable on, I don't necessarily agree. She was once a woman of God, but now she goes after other gods, but she believes in all this pagan stuff, but she's knowledgeable still. She has knowledge, so I don't want to, not trying to condemn her. I'm judging her with righteous judgment, okay? But she is knowledgeable. She goes to these Sundance festivals and understands culture. She's not a stupid woman. She's intelligent, but when she saw these arrowheads, see, this is all part of Elijah's case back then. She knew something was up with Tony. Tony's story I don't remember exactly what happened, but Tony's story didn't jive with her. I told you, she's smart. She's not stupid. She's like, that's bullshit. Those aren't, I don't remember what happened, but she called this guy out on that. There's no way that this was an arrowhead. I remember if it was genuine or not or something. There was something, and she just picked it up immediately. So she had instinct too back then. And there's record, guys. See what I'm saying? I don't want to get his mom involved, but there's been a lot of people involved with this case. I mean, even some fine detail like that with this guy who's definitely part of this. The major portion of where this really started, guys, was with this Tony Karsten and me pointing out the fact. I mean, I have a history of being very boisterous and a veteran, but this started when Elijah got caught up with this rapist who I told you who works for the county through the system. They get a contract and get paid to have him here. He had 12 more years to do. If he does what he's supposed to do, they keep him in the system for 12 years and get a check. It's criminal, guys. And I pointed it out. And so Elijah's paying hell for it. Won't be the first time Elijah's took it out on Elijah. when he didn't do anything because somebody didn't like me? Oh, don't think that hasn't been happening his whole life. Let's just leave it at that. Many people have treated Elijah very poorly because they didn't like me. Yes, they have. So either way, I don't care about any of that right now. I care about keeping my son out of a rape cage. I don't want him to get violated. So I'm not going to let him surrender himself to prison for 5 years. That's ridiculous. I mean, now wait a minute, guys. I don't want to bring his mom into this because they talk to each other and stuff. They have whatever. I guarantee his mom knows he went to probation over there too. Now remember, I wasn't over there, so I can't contest that he went to any probation over there. Well, he's, but his mom, I bet you, was involved.
For sure.
No, too. So there's more evidence that his mom will probably have somehow was involved in that. I'm sure he talks to his mom or his stepdad and are very aware of his situation. Remember, I told you he moved over there so he could be and have a relationship with his brother and his mom and his little brother, is a big part of his life. And, I'd hate for him to see what's happening to his own brother right now. It's just uncalled for. I want to know that my son is strong. I really feel for the most in this situation is Adriana, sorry. That's my fault, guys. But anyways, she's my daughter. And I think of his past girlfriend and his girlfriend the same because they both had long relationships, guys. Elijah's not going out and hoeing himself around. None of this. She's a slut. They're quiet people. I don't think they've ever had one noise complaint. Not one traffic violation. Go to work, do their job. Elijah does wrenches and stuff. His car's a little loud, but he's an honest man. He made a mistake, and he did. Out of 5 guys, only one of them to go to jail. That should show you already how this Elijah's been treated, guys. And a lot of it is because of I am trying to expose that this place is criminal out here. There's some of the actions are. What am I supposed to do? I bought land out here. I love it out here. Just let it continue to go on? No, I'm going to speak up. So I apologize to my son that this is costing him because I think this has a lot to do with my involvement in pointing out that this county is corrupt out here and not afraid to let them stand on me. I'm not going to stand down. I'm a man of the land and soil. I was born a sin. Came from the dust. I'm going to go back to the dust. You put your pant leg on one leg at a time like me. I don't want to hear it. You ain't above me. I ain't above you. I'm just acting in my faith, knowing that there's too many witnesses and too much evidence. Sometimes you have to give unto Caesar what is unto Caesar. And in this case, Elijah did that. He went by the law. He went by the rules. He did what he was supposed to do. Now me, on the other hand, by not letting him leave and go turn himself in and that's on me. You can convict me if you'd like to convict me, but you're not going to convict Elijah John Werner. You're not. I'll stand here till I die. And again, I'm not calling for violence. I'm calling for peaceful resolution, communication. My phone should be lighting up. Why have I not got a call from Lake County? How about Lane County? Tracy, would you please stop having these people call us? Nobody's communicated. So once again, I need you to flood Lane and Lake County and tell them, look, Tracy put up a from Kresha Brunsman showing that Elijah only had 30 hours to do. 30 hours. Let me see it again. I need it for evidentiary purpose. I want to do it for evidentiary purposes. Put it up again. Elijah only had 30 hours to do as of October of 2023, October 5th at 7:19 a.m. He was given an email from Kresha Brunsman, the head of probation, showing that he had a balance of 30 hours. Elijah's girlfriend can document at least 58, I think 60 hours of her going there and working with him. So there's 30 more hours that he's already overworked. And then I think that another 30, and then he's definitely done 30 there with it. They've overworked this young man. The system has enslaved my son. His physical body has been, and now remember, this all cost him. It all cost him. He's got to get in his car, drive, go do the work. He could be doing something for himself. There's no pay. That's all cost to him. Remember when he had to extend his probation, he had to pay another $100 to extend his probation when it should have never been extended to begin with. All this cost, guys, that he's incurred. I think he should be reimbursed. Well, you can stand down. You want to just settle out of court right now and give the man $500,000, $2 million, what, $3 million? What do you want? I think he's got about at least $3 million in lawsuits between Lake Lane and Crescia and Lily. Those four right there. I think he definitely has lawsuits against dereliction of duty. And oh yes, and then I'm pretty sure that Adriana has a defamation of character lawsuit for the chief of police in Lane County for calling her a slut on a public phone line to Sarah from Texas, who's pissed and will be here if you arrest me and my son or any of us.
They also called a caller who called in a slut who thought it was her.
Yeah, they're not in Lane County, guys. They're not short on words over there. They'll cuss and call you names. In Lake County, they'll just hang up. You just mention the name Elijah or Tracy Werner and they'll just hang up on you. So I'm pleading you. I'm going to show you this evidence one more time, please. The hours only being 30 hours remaining, guys. So I don't care even if Elijah did any hours in Lake County. This is showing you from the head of probation. So if this comes from her, I mean, come on, you can't get any more. So here we go. October 5th, 2023 at 7:19 a.m. At 7:19 a.m. This is from Crescia Brunsman. So take it real quick and please send this to them and please tell them to send down. I don't want my son to get shot. I don't want to lose my life. I want to be around, you know. I think he wants me to be here. I don't think he wants me to lose my life. Gets a little hard living alone, but I think he was considering again, you know, building his own property, getting property out here, and there's property out here for him. So in this email, I'm going to show you, it says, from Crescia Brunsman, the head of probation who I've spoke with, Grescia with a G, Golf Romeo Echo Echo Tango Juliet Echo. Yeah, not an A, an E. Grescia with an E.
Oh, it is an E? My bad.
It's Grescia, but we're calling it Crescia because we thought it was Crescia, but it's
Well, that's how she says her name.
right. But it's I'm Swiss. Werner Crescia. Crescia. It's Crescia.
Yeah, they call
Crescia Brunsman is her name. Bravo uniform, or excuse me, Bravo Romeo uniform, November Sierra Mike Alpha November at lanecountyor.gov. Go ahead and send her an email too of this and say you need to stand down, Crescia. You need to call Tracy Werner. He's requested. We've seen he's called several times and requested you to call him and you won't. You need to communicate with him or you're going to end up in a lawsuit. I don't think that lady should be the head of probation. If the job as the head of probation is to get people their chance to reoffend lowered through action plans and then to help them get off, they're not done that in this case. As a matter of fact, they've overdone and overworked him. It's incredible how many hours that Elijah has done without going crazy. I mean, he's kept a very level head and just done what he was asked to do. I'm a little more boisterous, aren't I? You know, and I know that Elijah was pretty upset after. I want to clear this up because I talked to my son after Sam Birches called him and said, you know, Elijah was trying to tell him for a whole year, I've been trying to do everything and then he said, oh, you've been running from the law for a year. Just 20 days ago, guys, he was doing some of the last hour before this time period ended and then requesting the courts to please, you know, will you tell me my hours? They don't give him anything. I had him go personally. I can phone calls again, guys. Summonsing these calls can show that I said, go there and get some hours. I want this taken care of. We're going to get this taken care of. If not, then I will. I'll call Crescia and let her know if you put a warrant out for his arrest or do anything, I'll arrest him and I won't let you take him. And then it'll be on me, not him. He can't be absconding if I arrest him first, Crescia, get this taken care of. Remember me? You thought I was going to go away and you didn't do anything and now it came back to bite you. Please, Crescia, take care of this. Why wasn't this taken care of back then? So she's very, very, very aware of this, guys. Very aware of what's going on. So why would she ever have her job after this, knowing that she sent my son an email saying that he had a balance of 30 hours owed.
Just in case my screen shuts off, go up and then go like that.
Okay.
And I'll let you know.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Elijah's got 30 hours owed. Right there. He's got 30 hours owed. It says right there, Mr. Werner from Crusher Brunsman, that his hours that are owed, the balance. So that means a balance that came from the hole. He has 30 hours owed. That's remaining. Same thing, the same wording, that he has 30 hours. Elijah's done at least 100 hours, guys. 100 hours since then. What in the fuck is this county doing, guys? And I apologize again. I don't normally curse. It's just not my nature anymore. I used to because I'm a vet, but I normally don't need to. I'm lacking some sleep. I've been streaming sometimes for 16 hours trying to protect my son, trying to protect his life. Guys, he can die in a prison. And I don't think everybody in prison is bad, but he can die in a prison. Why would I let that happen? What would you do for your son, daughter, brother, sister, family, somebody you cared about? Why do anything for this young man? Because he's done what he's supposed to do. He's been through some tough times. Life's not easy. Irregardless, he's prevailed and he's got a good attitude. He'd give you the shirt off his back, guys. He is caring. He's not perfect, but he's done what he's supposed to do. So please call Lake County, guys. I need to keep just beating this, because they could show up any minute with their guns. At least we'll have documented the best we can. We'll try the best we can to have a peaceful resolution. If he's going to prison for 5 years, we're going to get him out. There's no way the evidence is stacked. Me, on the other hand, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I just forced my son to, he wasn't speeding, but I wouldn't let him stop. And that's why I'm filming, because you can see I was not letting him stop that vehicle. Why would I do that? Knowing that he could lose his life when I have the evidence, if somebody would look at it. See, again, I think my phone should be lighting up, guys. I'm in the case now. They can't shoo me off. This isn't just about Elijah anymore. I'm in control of his body. He's not going anywhere. I'm making sure for his safety. I had to issue a warrant for his arrest, my own. I told them I was going to do it. And I said that issue would be issued if you tried again. And then I executed that arrest warrant of his body and accosted his body. And I will not let him go anywhere, because I'm not going to have him thrown in prison for something he shouldn't be going to prison for. A lot of people go, well, you got to let the system work. Nuh-uh. Nope. The system is going to take care of this. If it's flawed, then fix it. We'll set case law precedents after we're done here. I want to make sure that if Elijah can pull through this and I can pull through this, that every person that's on probation doesn't get fucked like this, guys. This whole action plan paper, reported by the duty officer, this has got to stop. I want every action plan to go. And I want Crush to lose her job over this. I think somebody's probably going to need to lose their job. I think Crush losing her job and a lawsuit filed at least for $1 million for this couple here. You guys, even if they just didn't want to live out here in this valley and they wanted to move into Bend, Oregon, which is the closest because they came from, she's over in Albany, and, his mom, they lives down in Springfield. His stepdad, they live down there in Springfield. It's his worries. But anyways, it's $800,000 for the medium home price in Bend with insurance and taxes. That's $1 million a year. So you're just paying for them to get their life back. Crush, you're going to pay for his house. You enslaved him, criminally enslaved him, and put him in jail. I think Crusher Brunsman should pay at least $1 million lawsuit for Elijah and his wife to get their life back. That was stolen a whole year of their life, and should lose her job. And then we could set a case precedence that this woman has, even knowing, how would she allow all that? Why would she not put Ryan Solberg on leave for throwing this on him in the last and criminally investigating him. What's Ryan up to? Are they in cahoots? Cahoots. Everybody in probation is cahoots, and the police. They're all together. It's an extortion. They bounce them back and forth. Oh, you got to go talk to the sheriff's office. I've witnessed it, guys, with my own eyes. Elijah, go get your hours. I need this to help you. I've got to have something. I don't want to talk about what you've done. Fuck that, Elijah. Get me a printout. Dad, I'm trying. They won't even, there's nothing in writing like that, guys. I mean, yes, there is, but it's all handwritten down. We live in 2024, not 1824, guys.
Well, it's not the shower she could have taken.
The probation office needs an overhaul, guys. And I think this Lane County is proof of it. And I think this Lake County is proof of it. So I hope that I set the precedence for this case so that we can get all these probationaries that don't need screwed. If they make a mistake, let's track everything to make sure that they're doing it properly. And I'm not into like tracking people, but if you get put into the system, that would be the thing that you think would be completely traced and tracked and everything, right? Nah, just show up here and he'll write your hours down for you over here. Oh, well, we don't have any work for you because it's the holidays. What the fuck? No work? Because it's the holidays? Sometimes we got work, sometimes we don't. Like out here, the problem is, well, we don't have community service out here. We have road crew. Same thing, just different words. Oh, they call that work crew in a prison. You get on a prison bus and you go out and you work on the side of the, that's road crew. That's what Elijah did out here, guys. Road crew. And they won't call it community service, and this is how they're fucking him, guys. This is how Kresha is able to do this to Elijah. I figured out how they did it. But Elijah did road crew, where he got on a bus, got dropped off at the bus, went out and worked and did things within the county. Worked on the fairgrounds, painted the fire station, all these other people. These people are running. That's what I'm saying, guys. Think about all the people that did community service with Elijah, that he can come back and summon, say, hey, we did this. It's crazy, guys. I figured out how they're fucking Elijah. They're doing this by taking the road crew and not, see, that's what they said. You don't have these hours completed. You didn't do your community service. He did road crew. Gotcha. Checkmate. Stand down. Give him his hours. He already did them back here. John knows that. That was the terms of his release, you fucking idiots. I'm serious. I'm getting loose, but are you guys stupid? How did you let it get this far? Ted is aware. The district attorney, Greer, he's like the head of probation over there. You've got Lily. She's aware. I've had conversations with her about getting Elijah off. She knows about all these hours I'm talking about, because I was in there talking with Lily Frank at the annex in Christmas Valley. I've been involved the whole time. Remember, guys, you keep running from me, and now I've just slammed myself right in the middle between him and you, and I won't give them to you, huh? Me! Come get me. If you want to put me in prison, then bring me up on federal charges or something, but let the young man and his wife have his life back. Lily should lose her job. And if nothing else, guys, all this should go digital from this point in time. Does anybody disagree with that? I don't like people to be tracked and traced and all that, but if you go into the system, that's somewhere where everything should be documented. All your work hours. Elijah worked for Food for Lane County over here. Then he went over here and he did this community service where he was mowing lawns or doing whatever. It's all different. They have a whole bunch of different stuff that they do in a place like Lane County where you can go to work. But out here, they don't have any of that. There's no going to work for Food for Lane. You work for road crew, which is community service. And that's how they screwed him, guys. I figured it out. I already told you that in the stream. So that's how they're screwing Elijah, guys. But he already commuted all 180 of those hours where it didn't matter if he got in a bus or went work for, he worked and did the hours. And that's what's criminal about what's happening. See, I've explained this to Lily, not to Lily, to Kresha Brunsman, the head of probation as well, but she won't listen, guys. How is she the head of probation? She's the head of probation, and yet she won't hear that. What's she doing as the head of probation? Doesn't make any sense, does it? Man, my power's going down even if I'm on the phone. That's all right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep my power on my phone up.
What are you at?
Cool. I had checked my messages here.
Probably hop off the stream here for a little bit, make some food, and get back on.
Yeah. You guys, you know what? I'm going to pause the stream because I need to charge my phone up. I'm going to stream all night. I'm not standing down because I think they can come at any moment now. And I fear for my life now. I mean, I always have. They were going to come in here, and I'm not afraid to die, guys, but I don't want anything violent, guys. I don't want violence. I don't want violence. I've called for communication, and there's only been one phone call, and they won't even listen. They just wanted Elijah to go turn himself in. They
Right,
don't
not deal with me at all.
No, they don't want to do anything. Nothing's changed. That day, that one phone call should prove. You should see they don't want to work with the evidence. They just so. Please, while I'm gone, give you a chance. If you screen captured, please call Lane County non-emergency line. Don't harass them. Don't be rude, please. Just tell them, hey, we just saw Tracy Werner put up Elijah Werner's mention Gresha Brunsman. Please, if you want to help, don't just sit there and jerk your chain. They got things like that. It's called the hub, right? Go over there and jerk your chain if you want your happy ending somewhere else. This is a real live situation we're in here. You know, they could come guns a-blaring any moment. I don't want my son to lose his life. I don't want Adriana to get caught in the middle of this, and she is. So please share this stream out. Let somebody know about what's going on and call Lake and Lane County and tell them to come to a peaceful resolution with Tracy and Elijah Werner out there in the desert. Okay. I need to charge my phone up because I'm streaming until they come, guys. This isn't it. This is my last stand. So we're not going. I can't even take the woman to get a shower. This is fucking ridiculous, guys. They say they're watching the stream and then I go try to take them, go to a shower, and I'm done. You're not wearing me out. I'm not going to stand down. So that's why I'm going to take a break, let my phone rest, feed these guys. They need some dinner. And I'll be back on here. I'll be ready to live stream at any moment. If they show up, I will be live streaming it. So I'll be beyond before that. Give me enough time just to get my phone charged up. It's charging, but it's just not charging on the power cord. I don't have it's on a extension cord out here in the motorhome farm. So thank you guys for your help. And I feel like everybody that's been involved in this, that's called, because there's been a lot of calls, guys. Some people had just sat out here and, had a happy ending and just did it for their own enjoyment. It's not just entertainment. They called. Okay. If you don't, why are you in here then? If you're not willing to call, if you're not willing to help, you're just entertaining yourself. That's what I'm saying. There's sites for that. This live stream is evidence. This is an evident. It's so beautiful. We live in an age, guys, where we can document evidence via live stream. Thank you, Father, for this technology. It's saving our life right now. And then all these people that I'm able to reach all around the world know this is going on. So this isn't going to get swept under the rug. And I think that's what's going on here too, is this isn't kosher, guys. They're not looking at any evidence. So please forward that. If you screenshotted that to Gresha, call Lane County and tell them to reinstate Elijah's probation, because it has to be reinstated in Lane County, and to give him his certificate so he can be released from probation, or it can be done here in Lake. That's fine. He already did it here. He already did all his and he did all the time now. So it can be from either county. Either county wants to give him a release from probation. I will accept that. We'll stand down out here. We're not armed, like, I'm saying, this isn't a standoff. We're just standing up for the rights of Elijah, so he's not wrongfully confined, arrested and confined, and potentially his body violated, orifices, and killed in a prison where he shouldn't even be in there at all. There's people in prison that can't stand up like this, that don't have the effort, but I will prevail. You want to come arrest somebody, put me in jail. It's I that did this. I actually called Lane County and told them that I would kidnap, accost, arrest before I ever did. So if that's a charge, then bring me up, but let my son go. I'll go quietly. Give me 5 years. Give me 5 years. My son got 5 years which he shouldn't. He's supposed to face, then put it on me. Fine, drum up a charge to put me in jail, prison, wherever you want for 5 years, but let him go. Let him have his life back. Please let my son have his life back. He did everything times 2. He's already been in jail when he shouldn't have been in jail to begin with. And the lady gave him the max time. Instead of calling, she took the effort to make sure he had as much time in jail as she could give him. She obviously has an ulterior motive, and I'm telling you, it's me that they're after, guys. And my son is paying the price because of that, because I pissed this county off and pointed out that the probation office is flawed. Now it's being taken out on Elijah. Damn it, why didn't I just have the fucking money at halfway? I could have paid my son's probation office and it never happened. Sorry, Father. I know it was him. If the Father wanted me to have the money, then I would. I apologize for my cursing on these streams, guys. I'm just little more loose lip than I don't normally. So it just doesn't make any sense. So don't sit in here and just jerk your chain the next time. If you come back in here, help me out. And while I pause, will you please call Lane County and Lake County and tell them that this needs to stop. Peaceful resolution here. I don't want violence. Thank you for everybody's helped out. I believe that we are here today safe because of all the people who've called both of these counties. I do believe they already would have come in here long ago, guys. They would have come in here days ago and just arrested Elijah. They didn't give a shit. But I think it's you guys helping me that's kept us safe out here. I really do. You guys have been a blessing. This internet is not always a kind thing, but sometimes it can be such a beautiful thing too as well. So hopefully we're using this for all the right reasons. Okay, and I do believe that you guys are help keeping us alive right now. So as I stop, don't stop. Give me a chance to pause and feed these young men out here and this woman and get some food in their stressed out bodies. Okay, because tonight they could come, guys. These could be their last moments together until we can get it figured out. So thank you for your time. Share the stream. Much agape. I'll upload it immediately if you want to go back and watch it all. And I thank you so much for all the support of all the people who have stood by Elijah. He did his crime. He did a crime and he did the time more than any of the other 5 guys. And now he's done more probation than any of the other guys. I guarantee if you look at all the other guys, none of them have done this, guys. He's the only one. He's a strong young man to keep his faith and not lose his mind. So I'm very happy that, the Father, obviously his mom and I made him, but his creator made a beautiful young man with a beautiful soul. He really is a good young man. He's got issues like me, but generally when you look at the depth of who he is, he's a very caring and kind young man and giving. And he's peaceful. Look at his last 3 years. Peaceful, not bothered a soul. Just did his thing. So I don't say pride because but I am very humbled by my son and his actions that he is. And again, I know that he was very upset when Sam Birch told him that he was running for a year, and for the whole year he was working. That's how I think he's like cussed and was upset when Sam said that to him, because he had put in all that time with his woman and he just erased, although he'd been running for a year. So that's who pulled up in the driveway, guys. Okay. So hopefully they'll stand down. They did there. They stood down. As you see, they didn't try to come and arrest me or try to arrest Elijah at that point. So maybe they're communicating. Maybe the wheels are just turning a little slower than I hope, but I'm going to keep pushing. I will never surrender my son to the system, ever. You have my word, guys. You have my word. I will not surrender him to the system. Not while I have him. So he is in my custody. I've arrested him and placed his wife under citizen's arrest. I've accosted both their bodies. They're here. They're back home safe. So let me go feed these people and try to give them back some kind of normalcy, because that's all we want. Is just some kind of normalcy out here. So if they said they're watching this, and the guy flashed his lights at me, right, when he's, please, let's finish this tonight if we can. What, are you going to bring your guns in tonight and kill us all? Or can you do this? Or how long are you going to wait? Why are you making us wait this long? Let's end this peacefully. I'm going to start calling the news, guys. tomorrow, because I think this has just gotten a little further than I think, with this. So I've kind of held off. We've had KEZI contacted, but we're at this point in time, I'm just trying to hold the news thing and let these people do this without it going to the news. I'm giving it a chance, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it a chance before I go that far. I will be calling all the senators and congressmen. Actually, there's a couple other people I know that are helping in this situation now, that know that's going on, that have sent me a list of numbers of people now to call. So this is out. These are people that actually can do more things too. I'm a veteran guy, so I've tried to keep it within this chain of command, so to speak. Now I think I'm gonna have to jump the chain of command here, so to speak, and go over these people's heads. So I'm expecting a call tonight with a peaceful resolution that, hey, Tracy, we'll be there with tomorrow with Elijah's certificate of completion of probation. It was just clerical error, and we're very sorry. Would you sign something that says, hey, you won't sue us? I'll sign it. I don't know about my son. I will. I'll sign it. I won't sue anybody. We'll go away and we'll stay here. We won't run away from this county. We won't be afraid of you. We'll stay here and we'll try to contribute to this Silver Lake, Christmas Valley area. We will. We'll be a good contributing part of this. I'd love to open up a little small restaurant out here. There's lots of ideas. I love this little town, guys. Even though the law is corrupt out here, I still love the town, and there's good people in this town too. So you can help the people of this town, guys, by making these phone calls, because I'm not the only one that's subjected to this thuggery. I'm not. Okay. All right, guys. Much love. I'll be back on in a little bit. I'm going to let my phone charge up. Anything happens, I'll go like I did last time. We'll go live right away. Okay. Thank you, Father, for getting us back home safe. Thank you for everybody that supported Elijah. And please, I want to start a separate, real quick. I will be starting a separate fund for Adriana's the one who, they both pay the bills, but Adriana's been going to work, guys. She hasn't been able to go work, and I think she's going to end up losing her job over this. I really think Adriana's going to lose her job, and that sucks, because this shouldn't be happening. But I can't let him leave, and I'm not going to let him separate. You know what I'm saying? They need to, if he's going away for 5 years, they need to spend their last time together. If they railroad him, and it's not, I'm just trying to hope for the best and prepare for the worst is all I'm doing. That's how I work. So if you'd like to donate towards Adriana's rent this month, I don't know how she's going to do this. If there's anybody that can financially help, not me, not my son. I don't want, I'll take care of myself. But if anybody can help her, please, there's a Cash App and a PayPal, but please put Adriana so we know. We can label it that was to help her out. This woman has been put in the middle of this and doesn't deserve this, guys. So if you're financially able, if not, don't worry about it. Nobody has to. We'll figure it out. God will make a way, guys. He'll make a way. I know God's doing this right now. So I just want to make a mention of it. If you want to help her out, because I don't think she's going to have a job here in the next day or two. I think she's contacted. There's some kind of issue or something. I know that, well, you don't go to work, they're not going to. So Cash App or PayPal, just please put Adriana in there so that we can put that towards hers. If you want mention, I'll make a mention. And if you don't, we'll keep it, anonymous. Okay. All right. I want to make a mention for her because I think she's had it the hardest out here. Elijah and I are men. It's tough, but she's done nothing. She's just his wife, caught in the middle. And so if you can, it's there. They're in the description. All right. Always agape, guys. Please share this stream out and then call Lake County and Lane County and let them know. He just showed that he only had 30 hours to go and he did 100 plus. Why are you doing this to this guy? Please have them and tell them to stand down and bring Elijah his completion of probation certificate and give these nice young couple their lives back. All right. Always agape, guys. Very controlled out here. It's okay. We're thinking about every move we make. Okay. Much love. I'll see you guys back up in about, I don't know, when I come back on.